Formula One comes into the last race before the summer break here at the wonderful Hungaroring in Budapest. There's rain in the air as well. Tensions are high. Verstappen versus Hamilton. It all gets run once again here. Welcome to Hungary. It's the last race before the summer break of 2021. Welcome to the beautiful city of Budapest for the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's the 11th round of the Hamilton and Verstappen fight for the championship in 2021. After this race, we take 3 weeks off for a summer's break before going on for a triple header. The Belgian Grand Prix, the Netherlands Grand Prix, followed then by the Italian Grand Prix that will host the second F1 sprint. A 2-week gap before the Russian Grand Prix, the Turkish Grand Prix on the first weekend of October, Japan 7 days later, and a little break before we go over and race on for the United States Grand Prix, the Mexican Grand Prix and the Brazilian Grand Prix. The race on the 19th to 21st of November are still to be confirmed, and at the moment Saudi Arabia is on the 5th of December, with the season concluding in Abu Dhabi on December the 12th. In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen now leads the way by just 8 points to Lewis Hamilton. Lando Norris is holding on to third place in the McLaren alongside Valtteri Bottas and a strong charge from Sergio Perez. Charles Leclerc has moved over 12 points ahead to Carlos Sainz. They're 18 points and 20 points clear of Daniel Ricciardo in 8th. Pierre Gasly is 9th, he's 9 points clear of Sebastian Vettel, rounding out the top 10. On the second page, Fernando Alonso follows Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda with the drivers in double points, 1 point apiece for Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, and still no points for Russell, Schumacher, Latifi or Mazepin. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull lead by just 4 points to Mercedes. McLaren have a healthy advantage over Ferrari. Then it's a battle further back between AlphaTauri, Aston Martin and Alpine, all separated by 9 points. Alfa Romeo only have 2 and still no points for Williams or Haas. Verstappen versus Hamilton, just 8 points between them. The last race before the summer break. It's time for the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Hello everybody, welcome to the Hungarian Grand Prix. First of all, 3 bits of news to bring you. Number 1, we send our heartfelt condolences to the friends and family of the marshal who was tragically killed yesterday at Brands Hatch. Everyone has been donating on Twitter as well as money for the Just Giving page as well. And everyone in the motorsport community asked to wear at least something orange today. I've got an orange top on as well. Ian Birch has an orange mic cover as well. And Megan will be wearing an orange blouse, I think, as well, as we show tribute today as well. Because without marshals, we cannot go motor racing. And it's always tragic when somebody's killed in the line of a racing car. And they're there to make sure that our passion, and their passion as well, can happen safely. And also in the Spa 24-hour race, there was a horrific accident in the early stages of the race involving 4 drivers. One of them, Williams reserve driver Jack Aitken. We waited all night for more news. Thankfully, he is okay. All drivers alive, which is the best news possible. But unfortunately for Jack as well, he has a few minor injuries as well that he'll have to recover from. It'll take a while as well. But a broken collarbone as well, which will take a while. So my best wishes to Jack Aitken as well, and hopefully his friends and family are okay, especially to his girlfriend Alex, who's at the track this weekend as Alpine's social media manager. I hope she's doing okay as well. Coming into this weekend then, the third bit of news is that despite running on Friday and looking okay, this morning there is an engine change for Max Verstappen. Don't worry, he keeps his 3rd place grid slot as well, because it's a swap back. But yeah, Max Verstappen has had to change his engine as well for likely to be an after effect of the Silverstone crash. No penalty, at least this weekend. Remains to be seen whether there will be ramifications later in the year, but because now he's on his 3rd and final power unit engine. But very surprised to see that the engine that lasted all weekend has had a problem when it comes to race day. So Verstappen with the new engine as well. but problems later on in the year. More on that throughout this programme. But let's take a look now then at what happened in practice on Friday, Saturday. So after the controversial clash then at Silverstone, it was Max Verstappen who came out as the leader of the first practice session. He was just 61 thousandths quicker than Valtteri Bottas, who put it in P2. Lewis Hamilton was third fastest from Sainz, and Gasly completing out the top 5 as well. Not a bad run. Sergio Perez, though, was down a second off of Verstappen's time. He was down in P8 as well. Esteban Ocon was 10th, rounding out as well. The red flag came early in the session, though, because Yuki Tsunoda at the top of the hill at turn 4 went backwards into the wall and brought out the red flags as well, damaging the rear wing and rear suspension as well. Alfa Romeo standing, Robert Kubica took over for Kimi Raikkonen in FP1, finished 18th behind Mazepin. Giovinazzi was last, confined to the garage with a technical issue as well, meant he didn't have much running. Let's take a look at the times then from FP1. So in the first practice session, it was Max Verstappen who topped the timesheets on a 1:17.555. Valtteri Bottas second on a 1:17.616. Lewis Hamilton third, a 1:17.722. Carlos Sainz is fourth on a 1:18.115. Followed then by Pierre Gasly P5 on a 1:18.181. Fernando Alonso is 6th at 1:18.385. Charles Leclerc is 7th at 1:18.391. Sergio Perez 8th at 1:18.466. Lando Norris is 9th at 1:18.649. And Lance Stroll in 10th on a 1:18.755. Esteban Ocon is 11th at 1:18.765. Yuki Tsunoda 12th at 1:18.770. Then we get down the order in 13th for Sebastian Vettel at 1:18.989. Danny Ricciardo is 14th at 1:19.265. George Russell 15th at 1:19.724. Nicholas Latifi 16th at 1:19.824. Then Mick Schumacher in 17th at 1:20.383. Robert Kubica 18th at 1:20.639. Nikita Mazepin 19th at 1:29.92. And Antonio Giovinazzi is 20th at 1:21.889. On to free practice 2 then, and it was a Mercedes domination. Bottas topped the session on 1:17.012 from Hamilton second, 27 thousandths of a second, separating the two. Verstappen third, Ocon fourth, and Perez back up there in fifth. Still, however, 8 tenths off the pace of the leading driver. Gasly claimed sixth for AlphaTauri, but for Yuki Tsunoda as well, the majority of FP2 was spent in the garage with a new gearbox change as well and an engine change. He appeared with 2 minutes to go and ended up 17th fastest, just completing 3 laps on the track. Fernando Alonso was ended up P7 as well, ahead of Sebastian Vettel. He went on to the soft tyres early on as well. McLaren's did well in that session as well. Ferrari, who were predicted to be strong, just didn't turn up on the first 2 practice sessions as well. Danny Ricciardo was also way off as well. Norris was quick, a second for a session in a row as he took third to P13. He was behind Danny Ricciardo. Ricciardo going quite well there. Russell was 15th as well, with the Hasses at the back of the field. Let's take a look then at FP2's times. Second practice session, it's Valtteri Bottas on a 1:17.012 from Lewis Hamilton on a 1:17.039. Max Verstappen third at 1:17.310. Esteban Ocon fourth at 1:17.759. Sergio Perez is fifth at 1:17.824. Pierre Gasly P6 on 1:18.113. Fernando Alonso is seventh at 1:18.169. Sebastian Vettel eighth at 1:18.228. Lando Norris 9th at 1:18.313 and Lance Stroll 10th at 1:18.320. Charles Leclerc is 11th at 1:18.370. Carlos Sainz 12th at 1:18.441. Danny Ricciardo 13th at 1:18.737. Kimi Raikkonen 14th at 1:19.277. George Russell is 15th at 1:19.292. Nicholas Latifi 16th at 1:19.479. Yuki Tsunoda 17th at 1:19.671. Mick Schumacher 18th at 1:19.817. Antonio Giovinazzi is 19th on a 1:20.186. And Nikita Mazepin 20th at 1:21.881. On on to the third practice session then, and it was Lewis Hamilton who topped the timesheets, making it Verstappen FP1, Bottas FP2, and Hamilton in FP3 as well. A 1:16.826 from Verstappen, Bottas, Sainz and Leclerc, rounding out with the top 5 as well. Ferrari broke the curfew on Friday night as well to change the gearbox and engine as well for Carlos Sainz. No penalty for the Spaniard. He was 4th in FP3 as well, 2 thousandths ahead of teammate Charles Leclerc, who was rounding out 5th. Lando Norris was a little down the order, a tough FP2 session. He was also back there as well. Danny Ricciardo was P8. Splitting the 2 Red Bulls as well with the McLarens, with Lando Norris 6th, Perez 7th, and Ricciardo down in P8 as well. Ocon finished P12 behind Gasly as well. Vettel was 13th for Aston Martin. Further back as well, it was an interesting session for Nicholas Latifi, whose front wing mirror cracked going over the exit of turn number 4 as well. It can happen to anybody. Let's take a look at the times from FP3. Lewis Hamilton tops the third practice session on a 1:16.826. Max Verstappen second, a 1:16.914. Valtteri Bottas is third, a 1:17.055. Carlos Sainz is fourth, a 1:17.497. Charles Leclerc fifth, a 1:17.520. Lando Norris is sixth on a 1:17.772. Sergio Perez seventh, a 1:17.917. Daniel Ricciardo eighth on a 1:17.942. Fernando Alonso ninth, a 1:17.992. Lance Stroll the top 10 on a 1:18.050. Pierre Gasly is 11th on a 1:18.115. Esteban Ocon is P12, a 1:18.174. Sebastian Vettel 13th, a 1:18.235. Yuki Tsunoda 14th, a 1:18.461. Kimi Raikkonen is 15th, a 1:18.683. George Russell is down in 16th, a 1:18.794. Nicholas Latifi 17th, a 1:18.821. Antonio Giovinazzi, a 1:19.113. Mick Schumacher, a 1:19.406. And Nikita Mazepin, a 1:19.933. On to qualifying then, and we'll start as ever with qualifying 1, and it was George Russell for the first time in 2021 who missed out on a segment of qualifying as well. Track temperatures ramped up, as did the air temperature. George Russell, however, made a slight mistake coming out of the 6-7 chicane, and that cost him dearly, and unfortunately meant that he has to start this race down the order in 17th place as well. Tsunoda heaped the pressure on himself after a lacklustre opening 2 runs. He was not quicker and therefore was 16th fastest, 18th for Nicholas Latifi as well. He can go through, and the back row of the grid saw Nikita Mazepin, and after a crash in the third practice session that we didn't report on, so we waited to get to here, Mick Schumacher had a crash in the third practice session, a race against time to get the car ready for qualifying 1. The team decided, no, we're going to start at the back anyway. New gearbox change as well for Mick Schumacher, a 5-place grid penalty. He starts this race in 20th. In terms of qualifying 2 then, it was an interesting one as well. Sainz crashing out. Red Bull and Mercedes going for different strategies as well. Red Bull on the softs with Mercedes on the mediums. Down in towards turn 1, that could be very feisty. But Carlos Sainz hit the wall, bringing out the red flag with 6 minutes 40 seconds to go. Ferrari losing one of their key members from the battle as well. Not good news at all. Ricciardo got it into the top 10, but then was dropped out late on. So Ricciardo is 11th, Stroll 12th, Raikkonen 13th, Giovinazzi 14th, with Carlos Sainz not setting a time, running P15. Moving down then into the top 10 and how they line up. Hamilton in his first run did the best time, a 1:15.419. Bottas went P2, Verstappen third, Perez fourth, followed by Gasly, Norris, Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso and Vettel rounding out the top 10. What was interesting though, on the second runs as the cars came out of the pit lane, Hamilton was very slow coming out of the pit lane, which held up Verstappen and Perez. But on the outlap as well, he did his normal run, but Perez missed the checkered flag. Immediately we thought, oh, is this Red Bull going to start complaining again to the stewards the fact that Lewis Hamilton prevented Perez from getting into Q3's second run? No. The data shows that Hamilton's time was a lot faster on his outlap than what he's been doing previously in Q3. So that was all good. Red Bull should have just overtaken. But still, very much a gamesmanship and psychological warfare getting in then. It's Hamilton and Bottas, the front row. Red Bull lockout row 2 as well for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Okay, then it's time to go up to the commentary box live with Ian Burge and Megan Burge joining me as well for coverage of the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Now, also, we will be showing you the lap attack before we cross over to the box. So let's take a look around the Hungaroring with the F1 2021 game on board with the Alpine and Fernando Alonso. And on the other side, commentators are Joshua Burge, Megan Burge and Ian Burge for the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Let's take a look around the Hungaroring here in Budapest. 2.738 miles, 14 turns, 2 DRS zones, all located after turns 1 and 2. It's a tight, twisty track. They call it Monaco without the barriers. Start the lap then, got a good exit out of the last corner and hammer it down towards turn 1. Flat out 8th gear before a tight hairpin corner for the first one. Drop down, 2nd gear, control the exit speed as well, open up the DRS immediately and hurtle once again downhill towards turn 3. Take a wide line at the exit as well, catch the grip at the exit to get a straight line for a kink up the hill at 4, ride the exit curb and now turn 5. Flat out, drop down 2 gears if you need as well so you don't run off and carry dead speed throughout the corner as well when the car's lagging. Uphill through turn 6 as well. The 7-8 chicane I find fascinating. Breakdown all the way. 3rd gear corners. The curbs are notorious for causing the car to bottom out and spin round. This is the Mickey Mouse section of the track then. Through turns 10 and 11. 12 and 13 shaping up quite nicely as well. Hook the inside line with a full throttle accelerator. Downhill now. Turn 12. Late on the brakes. Down. 3rd gear corner, accelerate the exit, use the exit curb as your friend. I love this part of the track as well. Into turn 13, a concrete inside curb provides a fantastic amount of grip. Turn 14, uphill as well. The car wants to drift out wide with oversteer. Control it, hurtle it towards the line. And that is a lap of the Hungaroring here in Budapest. Oh, the racing gods have looked down on the motorsport community and have graced us with a wet race. It's only the 3rd wet race ever here in Hungary. Usually, due to its high temperatures, we get beautiful sunny conditions. Not today, and not as we go and race for a World Championship lead. Just 8 points separate Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen in the title. Verstappen 185, Hamilton 177. It's the closest it's been since 2018 when Vettel led Hamilton by 8 points. Coincidentally today, it's exactly the same. And let's do battle around a 2.722 mile circuit. That's 4.381 kilometres. We won't see the top speeds anywhere near here today. We might not even see the 2 DRS zones on the run from turn 1 all the way down towards turn number 2 and 3. But action zones, oh boy, do we have them. Turn 1 in the dry is tricky. Ask Maldonado and Sergio Perez the same question. Turn 2 and 3 last year in an intermediate race. It was very close between Leclerc and Norris. Norris on intermediates, Leclerc on dry tyres breezed past him. And the championship bowled over in 2015. Hamilton and Rosberg going off the track together. Rosberg retiring later on in the race with an engine failure. And how much does Nico not want to see that up in the sky from commentary box? Throw away these tyres, the soft C4, the medium C3 and the hard C2. Keep your eye instead on the blue wet tyre and the green intermediate tyre. Let's take a look at how they line up then on the starting grid for the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. It's pole position number 101 for Lewis Hamilton. Alongside him on the front row, his Mercedes teammate of Valtteri Bottas. Row 2 sees an all Red Bull affair. Max Verstappen is ahead of Sergio Perez. Row 3 in 5th and 6th, we see Pierre Gasly alongside Lando Norris. The 4th row of the grid in P7s and 8, we see Charles Leclerc and Esteban Ocon. And the 5th row of the grid, in 9th and 10th, we see Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel. Row 6, we see Danny Ricciardo and Lance Stroll in 11th and 12th. The 7th row, Kimi Raikkonen starts 13th, Antonio Giovinazzi starts 14th, and all Alfa Romeo 7th row. 15th and 16th on row 8, Carlos Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda. And then on row 9, George Russell alongside Nicholas Latifi. And on row 10, we see Nikita Mazepin alongside Mick Schumacher. It should be interesting. The chances of a safety car start are increasing. Megan Birch and Ian Birch alongside me in the commentary box as well. You don't know what we're in for, but oh boy, are we in for something good. And all wearing orange for the fallen marshal yesterday as well, as been the request of many of the drivers and teams.
Actually, I've got an orange
Mike Shield.
Just gonna
That'll
move
do.
this over to Dad's side a bit.
You
'cause
told me
need
I
my
was
tea.
coming here to commentate on yesterday's Rangers match. That's why I've got a blue jumper on.
Lewis Hamilton radio.
Almost drying as it's coming down, so this is very much on the verge of slicks, I would say.
So Lewis Hamilton on the radio there saying that it's almost on the verge of slick tyres.
I've also got chocolate orange crunch creams.
They count as orange. You are really predicting a long race today, aren't you?
In F3 this morning.
And a nice cup of tea.
Dad, over to you.
In F3 this morning, when the lad changed from dry tyres, I think it was Nannini.
Yep.
The nephew of the great Nannini, the Formula One lad. He was lapping 4 seconds a lap better than the on similar surface to this, on better than the wet tyres. And the wet tyres were, after about 10 laps, were starting to bobble and bits tear off.
What I find interesting, we're hearing Lewis Hamilton saying that this could almost be a slick start. Yeah, but as we saw, the second and third sectors in the Formula 3 race this morning were the worst affected. And there is heavier rain on the way as well. And thunderstorms even possible throughout this race, Megan.
So which side of a track do you think's the driest? Due to the getaway, I kind of have a feeling that side of the track,
Yeah.
like, what's it, the
Right? Right-hand side of the
yeah,
track.
the right-hand side of the track is drier because I swear I just saw Sergio Perez kind of like wobble a bit as well as Lando Norris.
This track, the grid slopes to the right, quite dramatically actually for a grid. It's usually a flat grid. This one isn't. To help it
hang
drain.
on 2 seconds, Ashol. So they're looking at 25 minutes of light rain, then it's going to get slightly heavier, and then it'll dry out towards the end of the race. But we can see it's raining at the top of the hill at turn 4.
This will favour the softs in one way because of the drop in temperature, but in other ways,
Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting one, yeah.
not going to favour anybody.
My money now just definitely moves towards Lewis Hamilton. He's won at this track 8
Dad.
times as well, as Megan now picking on the monitor that only Dad can see half of. So I hope you can see as well.
right at the top, so my pick is Lewis.
I did actually move the laptop around so that we could all see the monitor, and then you've moved it for your cup of tea.
Well,
Oh dear. All fairs and love and war in Formula 1.
well, Dad's got that. You can see from there, and I can stand up when I need to see.
I know
Let's say 2
I
seconds.
know where the Haas cars are anyway.
Inters. So Lewis has actually turned over the radio and says it is intermediate weather. It's raining heavier in the final part of the sector as well. So it's all go around there. And it's only a small track. It's Monaco without the barriers. Over on the group chat as well. Let's go to that quickly as well if you've got hold of it. Pathop says hello. Beth saying as well, re-races meaningless gestures on a gimmick, on the start of the grid. Red Bull on wets. Yeah, they're all on intermediate tyres. Oh, all on wets. I predict slicks needed sooner than most. I'm not too sure, Beth. That rain is coming in fast throughout this track as well. We might get a safety car to delay with it. It's fine. It's nothing yet.
The heat at this circuit as well, though, it dried out really well this morning. And one for Beth. Jack Doohan got third this morning.
Yeah, son of Mick Doohan, of course, the famous motorcycle racer. So,
And Fittipaldi got second.
Yes,
and
yesterday.
with his brother Pete on watching on. Who's
So-
the Haas reserve driver.
track slippery at Sector 9. It's all slippery around the track. 185 points for Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton, 177. 100 pole positions for Lewis Hamilton. Make it 101. We've got Antonio Giovinazzi coming down the pit lane. Wonder what this is for. So he's gambling. Gasly gambling on slicks as the rain comes down even heavier. Mick Schumacher with a new gearbox lines up at the back. Who knows what's going to happen in the last race before the summer break? We've got a green flag at the back. The red lights are coming on. It's slippery, it's wet, it's hungry at its best. It's action in Budapest. Good start from Hamilton, actually. Bottas does slow down, and it's Verstappen who's going to
Great
be
start by
second.
Lando.
Lando on the inside down towards turn 1. And who's going to get in first into the first corner? It's all guns and Bottas and Verstappen. Both Red Bulls out.
Six
Both Red
cars
Bulls.
off.
Both Red Bulls got a crash.
Both McLaren's out.
McLaren out, they made contact,
one's
sides.
got to front wing damage, the other one spun round.
And this will have to be a red flag because we've got cars everywhere. It's Verstappen involved, the same as Perez. Norris went up the inside. Bottas shortly out of the race as well. It's all carnage at turn 1 as Lando's without of it as well. And Bottas right to the back. Hamilton leads from Ocon second. Vettel third. Sainz fourth as well. It's all drama at turn 1 as we knew it would be. Alonso to 7th as they're slipping and sliding. Surely the Red Bulls have damage. Maybe more for Verstappen. He got a big whack from Bottas.
Latifi makes his best start of the year due to a lot of crashes.
Safety car.
Though he's in 6th place right now, the highest he's ever been in a race.
And the safety car is called as Valtteri Bottas is stuck on the track. George Russell.
Max down from 3rd to 9th.
Bottas has stopped.
Yeah, so the safety car out on lap 1. Bottas,
Bottas
is
is
out.
Yeah.
So it's carnage at turn 1. Bottas made a
Got
terrible
front wing
start.
damage and
Oh, that's Leclerc.
Leclerc is out
as well.
and Stroll.
Yeah, Stroll out too. 3 cars out. Where did Leclerc get involved in that? We were looking.
they were all involved
We
at
were-
one point,
yeah.
apart from the front two.
Oh, Leclerc's off at turn 2 at the bottom of the track.
Oh, I know when that happened. He and Daniel Ricciardo actually made a little bit of contact, I think. Either that or Norris. He
If
made
you look at the replay at the
McLaren.
start, Hamilton misses it completely.
No,
And Ocon manages to avoid everything.
Hamilton leads away brilliantly. Bottas gets a terrible start. Great start from Lando Norris.
It all starts
Oh,
here.
no, look, Bottas locks up completely.
It's all Bottas' fault.
Bottas locks up completely, slams into the side. Leclerc gets involved, so does Stroll. It's carnage at turn 1. So watch this again.
Vettel gets a good one.
So Leclerc, so that's Bottas now locking up into the back of Norris. Norris slams into the side of Verstappen. Surely Verstappen's got damage as well. Bottas has already got his front wing hanging off. So Bottas may come, and then we've got a damaged front wing for Norris. Verstappen's in the pit lane. So is Mazepin. So is Norris. They're all involved. Stroll, Leclerc, Bottas, all out of the race already. And Bottas just with no grip into turn 1, swipe back in the back.
Sergio Perez is out.
Yeah, Perez is, I think, out of the... Yeah, Perez stopped. Perez out of the race as well. And Perez out. Yeah, 4 cars out. Perez out. Stroll out. Debris all over the road. This will have to be a red flag again. Look at the amount of debris with the rain coming down. Surely it'll be a red flag situation. 4 cars out with a number of them. 7 cars in the pit lane. 4 out. Verstappen's rejoined the race down in 13th. Mazepin 14th. Nice. Back out on the track. Same as Giovinazzi.
We took Hamilton radio.
He says a red flag. Yeah, Lewis wants a red flag.
May I just point out, 4 out of the 5 teams have 5 major teams have drivers out. The only one to get past that major
Verstappen!
team
Bodywork flying off at the pit exit from Verstappen to
is McLaren.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton saying so much debris on the track. Surely, track needs cleaning. Surely this is a red flag. And was it right decision to start with the 5 lights? And there's another red flag in one of the Adulton Park as well.
Yeah.
In the mini challenge as well, the red flags come out. So
May
That's
I
the
point
3rd
out,
race to
out of
red
that-
flag at Alton Park.
Out of
Out of
the
that
3, yeah.
accident, the only team to get away unscathed, even though they got hit, was McLaren.
Is that Perez?
Yes.
No, McLaren have Lando has a front wing damage.
Red flag!
I know. So
Sorry,
they're not
guys.
out.
Guys, sorry. We've got a red flag. So the 2nd race in a row to be stopped. The red flag has come out on lap 2 of 70. Absolutely horrific start line accidents here. So the race is suspended. Let's hear from Max Verstappen.
For info, we have lost the barge board on the right-hand side. Lost the barge board on the right-hand side. Yes.
Oh,
The
Say it again.
barge board on the right-hand side. Lost the barge board on the right-hand side.
There it is. Now,
no, that's Stroll. That's Stroll.
are they going to be? He came off as he came out the pit lane.
Well, this red flag's going to help them
Can
because
I
they can
just
repair
say?
the car.
Can I just say, in all that carnage, talk about experience. Vettel took to the grass.
Yeah, Vettel avoided everything.
On the
yeah.
far side.
It was like, oh, you lot are going to have that.
And
Nope.
ended up third.
Valtteri Bottas just sitting at the exit of turn 2, thinking, oh, it's red flag now, I'll wait for the medical car.
He's waiting for a push bike to come along.
Josh plays.
Maybe a tandem with his girlfriend riding it. Olympic cyclist.
Josh
for
plays.
Australia.
Josh plays says it's a massive crash at Alton, so I hope everyone is okay over there. Well, this is an enormous
Ginetta
one.
Juniors or is it?
It's the mini challenge.
It's the mini challenge.
I tell you what.
because we did have one in Ginetta Juniors as
Yeah.
well, didn't we?
I tell you what, Latifi's at his biggest, like his highest race position ever right now. Sick.
Definitely broken, but I'll keep you posted. Copy.
Ricardo.
So Ricardo,
Yeah.
front wing damage. There was a front wing hanging off, wasn't
Well,
there?
the track is littered.
That's from him
Yeah.
and
And
Leclerc
yet they've both
making
got front
contact.
wings.
Because him and Leclerc
Something
made
was
a little
hanging
bit
off
of
that.
contact
I wonder if it
around
was
the
somebody else's front wing
Yeah.
that was hanging off the McLaren.
Well, let's try and wrap
corner.
up.
Be Leclerc.
Yeah, it'd be
Because
Leclerc,
Leclerc,
yeah.
Those
yeah.
two made contact, and
And
that's
that-
the reason
oh.
we don't.
Oh, look at the damage to that
It's
Red
ripped
Bull
off
of
from-
Max Verstappen.
Can I just say,
Now,
that's an engine cover. They might be able to change that.
Yeah,
under a
I
flag.
was just thinking. Look at that. You can actually replace the engine cover,
They might be
but
lucky.
you can't replace the floor.
Oh, this is not good news at all. I tell you what, the championship, we were expecting drama. We didn't expect that much drama at turn 1. So much action, barely anybody could keep across of it as well. Up in the comms
If
box.
he can race and get on the podium with that car, with its downforce so damaged, right? He's the genius we think he is.
That is the biggest.
So I don't think he will. I think they'll
Yeah.
withdraw that car.
That is the biggest start line crash since the 1998 Belgium Grand Prix.
Do you know who I would want
They'll
to be
definitely
right now?
restart it, won't they,
Yes,
with that
yeah.
car?
I
But
would wanna be-
it's
Okay.
lost too much downforce.
Right, let's take another look at it. So lights out, away we go. Good start from Hamilton. Bottas, as I said yesterday, bogged down. Great start from the two Red Bulls and from Lando Norris. Norris cuts across Bottas. Bottas locks up down towards turn 1. He hits Norris. Norris completely blindsided, runs into the side of Verstappen. Leclerc has his own accident with Danny Ricciardo as Bottas got flown off into the side of Perez. But look further back. So there's the contact. So Norris hits that. Bottas hits Perez. And look there. It's Lance Stroll making contact with Charles Leclerc, who hits Danny Ricciardo. The Ricciardo goes round. Leclerc's got damaged suspension.
Okay,
So has Stroll.
Lewis's.
And then the side pod's damaged. And all drivers have walked away from the accident at Alton Park as well, which is great news.
Lewis gets away like completely unscathed because he almost gets hit
What
by
about Canada?
like he almost gets hit by Norris there, which he just luckily escaped away from. And I think he was breathing thanks for that because he just lightened away from everyone.
So let's take a look at Valtteri. So this is Sergio Perez's viewpoint. If you're watching on with us, so he gets a great getaway. Bottas just bogs down massively,
goes into him.
and then now watch Norris banks
Now.
out, and yeah, Perez a complete bystander on the outside line. Does the suspension break? Yes, it does. Yeah, and massive things for Perez there as well. Idiot being told as well as mayhem further back. I would think at least 7 or 8 cars involved in that one.
Bottas's viewpoint now, you can see he's just trying to defend a little bit. Though then once Norris comes, he had nowhere to go for that bit, so he's forced into there. Then I think
Locks
he
up.
locks up because of the things, and then it's just all carnage, and he goes right there. Hold on.
Beth wants to know.
The dude in the blue saying, what about Canada for the start line crash in 1998? That was
Yeah.
in 1998, and Belgium came after Canada that year. So this is the worst start since that.
What does Beth mean? Does she mean Christian and Thingy's children there?
I probably could do, yeah. Oh, Verstappen was lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The eldest one's a really great cook. She cooks on TV sometimes, and
hang on.
I don't think she's interested in Formula One.
Verstappen being told one of the McLarens hit you and got damaged.
Did he have to be told that he was hit?
That's the second opening lap contact that he's had in the row. And Stroll just had nowhere to go. He had his suspension off, big damage for the side of Leclerc.
Oh yeah, look at that damage.
Yeah,
Leclerc.
and tell you what, Ricciardo got lucky as well.
It was like he was climbing the car.
Yeah, Ricciardo got very, very lucky as well. That
We've
he got
had
no
that
damage there.
this morning. The Halo this morning saved us from losing the Israeli
Danny
driver
locked
Cohen because he was spun round. And
Sorry, hang on.
another car hit him and went over the top of the Halo.
One of the McLarens has hit you.
So we heard that live on the radio as well.
locked up and went into Verstappen, and then he just got...
No, that was Norris. That was Norris. Here's Ricardo,
No,
look
that
now.
wasn't-
Here's Ricardo now, look, getting spun around. The number 3.
because Norris went off.
Yeah, Norris got hit by Bottas. Norris then hit Verstappen, and it was Stroll who hit Leclerc, who then hit Ricardo.
Oh, it's like...
I know. We
we don't know who's going off.
And what a surprise! Turn
Gasly
1
was
is,
involved as well.
Turn 1 is under investigation. There's Lando Norris getting away.
And Mick
Oh!
Into a path of one of the Alphas. And that
Mick
would have been Giovinazzi.
At the
Payback
moment,
yesterday.
Mick Schumacher is up into 10th in a Haas.
I tell you what, I've been wanting to say this for a few minutes, so we've been seeing replays. Though, do you know which teams I would want to be right now?
Well,
I would want to either be an Alpine, a Haas, a Williams, or what team's Tsunoda again?
AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri. I would want to be one of them.
They didn't stop. They went into me.
We need to stop.
That's Leclerc's radio, you heard. So he was not happy as well. Lando Norris.
Clearly upset about everything.
Oh, so they've withdrawn Lando Norris's car to the garage to try and repair the flaw. So Norris will start this race from the back. I wonder if they'll do the same with Verstappen and take it back to the garage and try and repair it. Because you can do that, of course. So, Verstappen's out of the car. I don't know where his car is. And right now in the championship,
where
as it
is
stands,
Verstappen
Hamilton,
in the thing?
Verstappen's down in 13th place.
13th.
Yeah, 13th. I'll tell you what, we're considering the race as red flag. We can just do that for us during the time because the red flag's out at Alton. Well, I'm going to take a seat
Actually,
then.
it's finished.
No, that happened this morning with the first... I'll tell you what, this is the second red flag period I've had to cover today.
No, it's finished for them.
No, it'll get restarted. Trust me, I did it. So let me get this straight, by the way. Yeah, so no, the first race for the touring cars in that championship is declared null and void. Then they'll start it again with a reduced race. Trust me, I've had to do it. So the glue has come out at Red Bull Racing as well to try and sort that out. So we're under a red flag. If you're just joining us here on YouTube and on our radio stream, we're under a red flag after 7 cars were involved in a pile-up at the first corner out of a wet and slippery Hungaroring. 4 cars have retired. Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Charles Leclerc and Valtteri Bottas. Perez and Bottas were in 2 separate incidents, as was Stroll and Leclerc. Giovinazzi's coming to the pit lane with damage, as has Lando Norris, as has Nikita Mazepin, as has Max Verstappen, as has Danny Ricciardo, as has Pierre Gasly. So the top 10 now, the only cars without any damage, stand as Hamilton, Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, Tsunoda, Latifi, Alonso, Russell, Raikkonen and Mick Schumacher, who started last and is now into 10th in the points. What a start! And this is the second red flag period I've had to cover today because the British Touring Car Championship got red flagged and now the F1's been red flagged as well.
Who started from the pit lane?
Giovinazzi started in the
Giovinazzi.
pit lane. Though that hasn't really done him much.
Yeah, he was involved in contact as well and had to come down
Yeah.
again. Because
So-
he got debris on his tyres.
He would have been better if he started where he was.
Oh, and that's down at turn 6 and 7 and the marshals are down there now still having a look what's happening down there.
Because
Well,
debris was carried across from Perez.
the whole track is covered in debris. There's Valtteri Bottas' car, absolutely beaten up. And once again, this is the second race in a row to have a red flag on the opening lap. It's feeling like the 1980s.
He basically ripped into the side of the car there, look.
Ali Quay, who's our host, who's our organizer for the Champion Series on BB Esports, has said, "Okay, guys, looks like the main action for today is the Champion Series. I'd rather watch you guys than Bottas at the moment." Well, we could run it in between, but yeah, red flag out, race stopped, and I wonder how long it's going to take to clear all this mess up as well. And with wet weather out there as well, do we ask the question: was it wrong of Michael Masi to start this race with 5 red lights and not a safety car? Because we saw it in the Formula 3 this morning.
I think it definitely would have been safer, though I don't think it would have stopped the eventual crash.
Dad?
I think it was dry enough to start under the without the safety car. It's
soon as they
we've had
went
a
out
lot
that
worse
corner.
than that and started.
Yeah.
I think the mayhem was caused by the fact that
2 seconds. That was Latifi just saying something, but we couldn't pick it up on the radio.
it's a downhill start here,
Yeah.
and then into a corner, then into a chicane, and I just feel that the water was draining down into that area, and I think you'll find that Bottas aquaplaned.
He did. locked up an aquaplane into the side, yeah.
Yeah, nothing he could do.
Race will resume in approximately 15 minutes. That's what we've just been told by the race control. So we'll wait for an official countdown time and we'll get that onto the screens for you. So we'll have a countdown timer and everything, and you will not miss a single thing of this championship as well. We've got our chat open as well. There's no point looking at just us three under this, and there's the confirmation look. 15 minutes approx, and that, Dad, is right slap in where that
FIA McLaren.
Unfortunately, we've had to retire the car, so
Oh.
we won't take part in the restart.
Okay, thanks for letting us know, Paul.
And out goes Lando Norris.
Is
So
it Lando?
5 cars, yeah.
No, I think it's not Lando.
No,
it's
Dad, it's Lando.
Danny Rick.
No, Dad, it's Lando. Lando's car is up there and out of the race. It's out. They've retired his car. Look, he's gone out. Look on the monitors. Down into 14 to 15. So, yeah, that's out of the race for Lando Norris. No way in 15 minutes you can get that car back up and running, I'm telling you. So, out goes Lando Norris. So, 5 cars. Norris, Perez, Stroll, Leclerc, and Bottas all wiped out at turn 1. And look, the rain's coming down again. Rain's coming down even heavier. We were slap back. When this race restarts, it's slap bang when the heavy rain's due. This is so bizarre.
I like her T-shirt.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait.
Like a MotoGP T-shirt.
Just trying to find F1 as... Oh, here we are. Just trying to find F1 as Instagram thing.
Yeah, and?
Hold on. Just trying to get up to present day.
Yeah, so there we go. Karun Chandok has just said the track's getting wetter and wetter. Race will restart at 15:32. So that is the confirmation we've just had. Race will restart at 15:32. So that's 14:32 UK time. That this race will restart. So we'll get that up and running for you. That's 12 minutes and 13 seconds away.
Of course, Christian comes from a long line of racers, so I'm sure either his younger daughter or his young son, he'll want to carry on the family tradition there. His dad runs at least 1 or 2 teams in the F2, F3, doesn't he? As well as the F3 European.
I don't think Formula 1 have put much up so far, apart from a few pictures.
Yeah, that's just the crash as well as we take a look more again.
Arden.
So
It's Arden.
Arden, yeah, MW Arden, isn't it? Mark Webber Arden, of course, added on there. So we are getting the red flag counter on for you, and we'll have that back up. Racing restarts in 11 minutes and 22 seconds. We don't know yet if it's a standing start or not because of that situation. So as we'll take a look now, and there you go. There's the restart graphic for you of when this race is going to go green. In 11 minutes and 11 minutes exactly coming up.
The Australian girl in W Series who raced yesterday, she got a lot of support from Mark Webber and from Danny Rick, encouraging her. Danny Rick came to see her. Mark Webber, long phone call, just encouraging her because she was replacement, wasn't she?
Probably. I'm just trying to look through McLaren's thing to find out if they've actually retired one of the drivers.
Well, yeah, we heard that they retired one.
I know, though, which one?
I think it's...
I'm trying to find that out now.
I think it's number 4.
It is. It's Lando Norris. It has to be Norris. So we'll have a look and see what the restart's going to be.
I'm trying to find if one of them's put it on there.
There must be some damage underneath that they can't possibly repair. How long does it take to put a floor on?
Long time.
Hour.
About 20 minutes to get it completely in, yeah.
Yeah, if you want it done with all the precautions.
Because we've had this before with, I think it was Sauber a couple of years ago, who retired a car and then it was about 20 laps behind and they sent it out again just to see how.
For everyone on Instagram, just take a smile, Megs. There you go. I'll put that on now for all the red flags out and everything, and coverage delayed, everything else as well. So we know that the race will restart. And look, that rain's still coming down as well. Let's go to the chat. As the dude in the blue said, what about Canada 99? That was in 1998. Yeah, that was the worst start we ever had there. And it got worse in Belgium. And the day that Russell gets points, Josh plays question marks. Oh, that could be something as well. And look at that. Did you see that weather forecast? Look at that. Look at the big rain that is coming this way. Big red spot of rain. Megan, you're the meteorologist amongst us. That is bad, yes?
Yes. The deeper the red, the bad.
The worse.
The worse. Yeah, the worse it will be. If it's black, like a really, really deep coal, I don't think I've ever seen that before, though I know that in some cases it's like terrible.
So we're really
Though I
going to...
have heard of it.
So, yeah, we're really going to be in for it this one then.
Yeah, the deeper the colour is, unlike red.
Yeah, you get that
full
on the
scale.
Florida Keys, don't you, when there's
Yeah,
a
hurricane.
hurricane coming in.
Yeah, like category 5. Like, for this, hold on, I need the weather thing up on my phone.
This is good. This is going to be very interesting, this one as well, as to what's going to happen next. And I think actually that's quite a nice photo of us in the commentary box, isn't it? That's a quite nice one. And you can go see that on my Instagram at JoshuaBirch99, and us there as well. NLRC Arden, who's watching us, saying rain and lion. That's Max Verstappen going his way. Verstappen, I think it's going to be pulled to the back if they've made any repairs. 10-minute signal has been given.
That's the thing. Is the lion here today? The guy who dresses up in the lion suit.
He's usually around here, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, in the rain, that's going to get really heavy.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. All the fur. Oh, dear. I wonder if it is.
Ted was going through all the cars. The best cars are the 2 Ferraris that belong to the Ferrari drivers in the car park. But Angela's car was quite nice. The electric SUV Merc.
Oh, I did see that one. Yeah, that was a nice one. And I like what Lewis has got as well with that, because the electricity running as well. That battery range is over 400 miles.
Shows the importance of Angela to that team.
Because she's got her own car.
They give her her own car.
As Lewis is staying on site. Now, the rain, I think, is stopped, but I think it's just started again, actually, looking at Fernando Alonso's car. So the rain coming down.
I've got Met Office weather from Budapest.
We've got,
It's terrible because it's saying rain.
Yeah, it's raining still. Look, we've got sunshine one half of the track, rain the other, massive rainstorms coming.
It's not even showing any rain.
And I think it's going to be a rolling start.
Well, you don't get thunderstorms where it's not. You need hot air.
Yeah.
So it's got to be hot in the first place to get a thunderstorm, really, hasn't it?
So let's just go through. Emilio Romagna was red flagged due to a crash with
It's
Bottas.
hot air hitting cold air and going
Do you know
up.
a hurricane can be started from a single grain of sand being stepped on?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting fact.
If all the conditions are correct.
Really?
Yes.
Here at the Open University, we are.
Have you been watching Thor?
No, she's just interested in little things like that.
I was interested. I was just thinking.
She's like me.
I love meteorology.
She's a mind of information that she can just reveal every so often.
Yeah.
If you are wondering,
Useless information in it, mate.
I wait for facts.
If you are, good point. If you are wondering about what all the orange is about, if it's in tribute to the marshal who was tragically killed yesterday at
it's not
Brands
just. It's not
Hatch.
really just for Verstappen.
No, it's for the marshal, because the motorsport community has asked everyone to wear something orange today, and that's why I'm in orange top. Megan's got an orange blouse, and Dad's got an orange mic shield on as well.
Yeah, it was. I saw. I obviously I didn't see the impact, but the coverage stopped when the car went over the railings, and it was just like the one at British Touring Cars that hit the gantry with the cameraman on. And luckily for us at BTCC, he knew what to do.
Yeah, he held on to the front, didn't he? Yeah.
This poor man and the other person had no chance of getting out of the way. You could see the car had launched strangely over the barriers, over the catch fence,
then rolled
onto them.
Yeah,
it's
horrible.
It's horrible, and it's done so fast. They stood no chance, and we're lucky that both of them weren't killed. It's so sad because these marshals give everything for free. And they're volunteers. They're not being paid for this.
And there's a wonderful... back in 2011, Ted Kravitz did this wonderful feature when he was a marshal for the day. And I implore you, go look at it on YouTube. It's the BBC 2011 Ted Kravitz Marshal Day. Go and have a look at it, honestly.
The sad thing is, that we've lost more marshals in the last 5 years than drivers.
And
And the drivers, and that's because of the fact that all the money goes into, making the racing cars safe. When the catch fencing is inadequate.
Got a message here from Josh Plays, who's also on our YouTube chat. He's tweeted me as well. Loads of lightning. Lightning means thunder, and it's washing in. He sent a little graphic, and it's washing in right near the actual track around here. So there's a lot of lightning coming
Give me
up.
that.
Megan has the phone over there. We are 3 minutes away from the restart. Josh Plays says, mad that there have been 3 red flags in 3 races with 1 flag per race at Alton today. Yeah, it's been absolutely bizarre. And we've covered 2 red flags here on the channel today as well.
Dan Snyder's back, and he says, let it flood. Danny Rick can use his nose as a snorkel.
On the track is it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can use Danny Rick as a snorkel.
Yes, and I feel that the way things are now, even though you've locked up because you are aquaplaning,
is this in response to... Yeah.
Bottas may be given... Sonas has asked, will Bottas be given a penalty? Yes, he could do, because... the way the stewards are giving out these penalties now, I think a driver got done for breathing last week.
Yes, he did actually.
It looks like...
Just let me just get this quickly. Sunas also asked, will they be able to fix Max's car? I think they've done the best they can with it.
All you can do is tape it up to...
Oh, hang on. Josh Play says, and I loved watching that, but there's another red flag on the minis race, and it won't be restarted. This is getting ridiculous today. Megan?
That goes there.
Yeah.
That is going there.
So it's going to start raining heavily.
And then
we've got to check it in the mini race.
It could change to there.
Okay, thank you to Megan, who says it is going to start raining heavily in a second.
Yeah, look, we've got a checkered flag in the mini race.
So that's over again. It won't be restarted. My goodness me, this today is just absolutely checkered with red flags.
Often happens in the
3
support
minutes
races
wait.
where they, to catch up the British touring car races, to be more on time, they actually get rid of the support races when they red flag.
Okay, while we wait for 3 minutes, I'm just going to go check in the house.
I'll meet you, Mike, before you head your headset off.
Tell them what's going on, because I don't know if
Well,
they know.
your mum's out, but Davey's still there.
Yeah, we're going to explain all the man. She's got 1 minute 48 seconds.
Isn't she wonderful? She'll be back.
So the track is clear. We've got no sign at the moment whether or not this will be a standing start or a rolling start. The sun's come out here at Budapest, but the track is still very, very wet, and we've got a lot of thunder and lightning
Shouldn't
coming.
it be,
Right there, look at that.
Shouldn't it be a start on the grid?
A standing start, yeah, it should be. It should
Yeah,
be five. It should be another 5 red lights. But we might just see it'll be a rolling start because of this weather.
And there in the distance, you can see the F1 helicopter. Here is the pictures from it. This is the thing, right? If that can't fly, then the medical helicopter can't fly, then this race gets stopped.
And we have to wait again to see what it's going to be next. And
so if that rain that Megan has predicted comes in massively, then, we're looking for a long time having a red flag.
So we'll have to wait and wonder what's going to happen next, everybody, because we are almost ready for the restart procedure. The red flag will come in and the race will restart. 35 seconds before we go green again.
Andrea Seidel is on the Sky coverage at the moment from the pit wall, the McLaren Formula One team principal. A lot of people are saying a lot of good things about Andreas. I mean, he was it Audi? He was the boss of before this.
Yeah.
And if Toto does leave, right, they've got 2 choices. One of them is Andrea.
9 seconds until we go back to...
It's going to be drying quick.
Hamilton says he...
Yeah, copy, Lewis.
Hamilton says he doesn't think it's going to be drying quick. 3, 2, 1... And the race restarts behind the safety car. It's looking a little bit drier out there, so we might get another standing start. Guess what? If it rains, comes, and the helicopters cannot fly, another red flag. Yeah, and exactly. Just basically the same thing we are with this possible red flag situation. So what we're waiting to see is whether we're going to get a standing start or the race restarting behind the safety car. Because this is now effectively the third lap of this race. The race will restart on lap 3 to 4. And we're waiting to see if it's a standing start or a safety car start. If it is standing, it'll switch to a formation lap, and then we'll go green again. But we've got to wait and see as the cars head out. It looks a lot drier than it did 32 minutes ago.
Well, that won't last.
It's dry line approaching down on the pit exit as well. So
That's because everyone's been on it. It's just kind of like made for water go down.
we've now gone through in that red flag the start where we would get and it's a standing start. It's going to be a standing start, which means we switch to the formation lap graphic to restart this race. So
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, another 5 lights.
I'll tell you what. Some of the parts of the trees around the outside of the track, especially the ones on the hills, are very shaped. There's a gardener that puts a lot of effort into this place.
So we're in an unusual situation right now where the sunshine's come out, the track is still damp. However, this is literally, as you saw from a helicopter shot, the sunshine is literally only on the track. It's going to fade away quite quickly, and there is massive rain clouds coming into this circuit, Megan.
And we have no idea what tyres Mick is on.
Yeah, Mick is on a question mark tyre. I wonder if this will tell us. No, it doesn't. Question mark. We don't know what tyres Mick's on.
What's so secret about your tyres, Mick?
They are special tyres.
Gasly?
Russell Radio.
At this rate, everyone is going to box. So we're what? We're going to be in for intermediates on a dry track. So we're going to be in for another crazy start. So it's Lewis Hamilton on pole position. Esteban Ocon is alongside, followed then by Sebastian Vettel and Carlos Sainz, Yuki Tsunoda and Nicholas Latifi, Fernando Alonso and George Russell, Kimi Raikkonen and Mick Schumacher, and the cars are coming into the pit lane. What's going on here? This is something we've never seen before. They're going to take the 5 red lights, but everybody's coming into the pit lane. And Hamilton's gone to the grid, so has... No, everyone's boxing. Everyone's coming down the pit lane.
So far,
now this
Ocon
is...
leads.
No, they're all going to... Lewis Hamilton is going to be the only driver to take the 5 red lights. Everybody else is going to lead out the pit lane. I've never seen this before. Ocon leads this race. Hamilton, the only driver to line up on the grid, and everybody else is going to get a penalty.
Talk about lonely.
It's the strangest start to a Formula 1 race ever. Lewis Hamilton on pole position with nobody else around him. It's action again. And predictably, Lewis Hamilton gets a great start. He's got nobody else around him as the race restarts. And it's a race out the pit lane as George Russell takes second place ahead of Ocon, ahead now of Vettel. And George Russell moves up to second place as the race restarts with the cars coming out of the pit lane. What an absolute farce. All these drivers are surely going to get penalties. You can't restart the race from the pit lane. The strangest start I've ever seen in Formula 1, which meant it was Lewis Hamilton, the only driver on intermediates. George Russell is going to lead the Hungarian Grand Prix. Hamilton, I've never seen it. We've had a 6-car start. We've now just had a 1-car start. What absolute banter as George Russell leads.
The top 6 are just a sea of blue right now.
I do not believe it. That was the craziest start I think I've ever
Hamilton
seen.
Radio.
Yeah, it's dry. Hamilton then taking the restart. The only car to go to the grid was Lewis Hamilton. Everybody else came into the pit lane. The strangest restart I've ever seen, where it was a race off pit road as George Russell's got a problem. George Russell's dropped away for the lead of the race. Why?
No. George,
No. George Russell has been told to resume his grid position, which was 8th, due to jumping the restart. So Russell does not lead this race. Russell has taken back his original starting position as Hamilton comes into the pit lane. It's Esteban Ocon leading the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Nicholas Latifi is in 3rd. Now.
Oh my God!
He's never been that high before in a race.
Do you
he
wanna
must be happy.
Just rip up the form book, ladies and gentlemen. I do not believe it. So that's Hamilton down the order and Ocon leads. Esteban, you are leading the Grand Prix. Esteban Ocon in Alpine leads this race from Sebastian Vettel 2nd, Nicholas Latifi 3rd. He's holding up Yuki Tsunoda. Sainz 5th, Alonso 6th, Russell 7th, Raikkonen 8th. Brilliant.
Has he ever read a race?
No.
So this
Led
is
a
first...
race.
Yeah, read a race.
Read a race. Has he had a read a race?
Let's have
Hamilton
Hamilton.
Radio.
Am I last? Yes, you are, Lewis. You've come down the pit lane.
Wait, when did Nikita stop?
Oh, Mazepin's out of the race. Mazepin's out. So Mazepin's out of the race. We've lost 6 cars in this race.
I'm sorry, what damage did you have?
Mazepin never took the restart. And the Alpine social media are going crazy. Well, Alex Thompson, I know you had a scare yesterday with Jack's accident at Spa, but I'm sure you can rejoice. Alpine lead from Aston Martin, from Williams, AlphaTauri, Ferrari. Have you ever seen that? One car took the start of the 5 red lights.
No.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything they can do about it.
No, they might. They might have to do it. So yeah, damage from Red Bull. They did repair Verstappen's car. So Verstappen 11th, Hamilton 14th. Now this has changed the head. Mazepin never took the restart as Schumacher's coming under pressure from Verstappen down towards turn 1 once again. Verstappen looking left, looking right, can't get away through into 1. The track's dried out completely, more rain on the way. Ocon, fastest lap of the race, a 1:24.575. As there is Mazepin's car officially out of the race. Oh, he's got floor damage, wing damage and suspension damage. So Mazepin retires. 14 cars left, 7 cars out. And what happened? Was it... Oh, don't tell me it was in the pit lane. Oh, it was Antonio Giovinazzi broke off the front wing.
Seriously, Antonio, you're just the bane of this Grand Prix.
And it was a front wing suspension gone for Mazepin, so he never took the restart. And pit lane incident involving Russell noted, no investigation necessary. So because he dropped back into 7th and 8th place.
Yeah, if Giovinazzi will get...
yeah.
Giovinazzi is just, he's looking at a race ban at the moment for me.
I've never seen one car take the start before.
Lewis.
He says, come on, guys, get on it for the rest of the race. And Verstappen still has damage. And Hamilton's coming for Giovinazzi as well. So 14 cars in the craziest Grand Prix I think I've ever commentated on in my life is happening in front of me. Ocon, fastest lap after fastest lap. Now it's a 1:24.374. Hamilton, I think he's going quicker in the 2 sectors. Vettel stands a chance of winning his first race since Singapore 2019. It's all kicking off here for the Hungarian Grand Prix. We've got such a mixy grid. With Mazepin's out, Norris is out, Perez, Stroll, Leclerc, all out of the race. And I'm on the Grid Network later on tonight. I don't know how I'm going to wrap all this lot up with the guys. Unbelievable. Let's look at that. That's Verstappen getting past Gasly for 11th place as Schumacher tries to hold off 10th as well. Hamilton now on the back of Giovinazzi.
I'm trying to look through all of the teams' Instagrams to find more information.
I'm just thinking, right, why didn't they change the tyres
on the grid,
in the red flag period? That could mean that they were wrong to do what they did.
I've never seen... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because surely they were coming on a formation lap to take the start of the race.
Yeah.
So it was the teams were instructing them on the formation lap. That's not right. So I wonder if they're all going to get a penalty.
If you've just turned round and told Russell he should have been in 7th instead of leading...
That means it's a start procedure.
Then it's a start procedure, so they should have all been on the grid.
Yeah, like Hamilton. So are we going to see black flags for everybody? What are they going to do?
That'd be stupid.
Latifi now, so that's Tsunoda saying, let's get past Latifi. Latifi holding everybody up. Ocon and Vettel are leading the races at the moment in the Alpine and the Aston Martin. I'll tell you what, folks, we went for a crazy one today. We thought it was going to be the battle between Hamilton and Verstappen. Nobody could have predicted what's happened here as Verstappen making a little error as a lock-up from Ricciardo downhill and towards turn 1. Still a lot of spray around, and let's take a look at the driver tracker for the first time today as it's in operation now. Ocon and Vettel scampering away into the distance. Latifi holding on with Tsunoda, Sainz, Alonso, Russell and Hamilton's on the back of Giovinazzi as well, with the fastest lap of the race as well on, I can't tell you because it's not on my monitor, unfortunately. I can't tell actually. 1:25 was the last one. So yeah, Mazepin and Norris out of the race. Let's have Hamilton. I can't even get close. And we see this problem in Mercedes. They struggle to get to the back of Giovinazzi. They struggle in traffic. So Hamilton's really in trouble now, considering he started on pole. He's now last. Megan.
Right, so he has the fastest lap of the race, so he's in last. This is not something any of us thought would happen, and I'm just proud of Espen at the moment because he must be so happy. Under investigation, Kimi Räikkönen and Nikita Mazepin.
So it's Räikkönen in the pit lane. Räikkönen who made contact. And Shane Bear has just said, I thought seeing a 6-car start in 2005 was bizarre. You will never see a 1-car start again, I'm sure. Wow. That, I think, highlights everything. Lewis Hamilton on the restart of this race One cut. Pit lane incident involved. Oh, no, we already knew that. Yeah. I thought it was the whole pit lane incident that was under investigation there. So Raikkonen might get a penalty for that one for blocking off as Verstappen tries to get through the only remaining Haas of Mick Schumacher. So this is crazy. Suna's saying as well, Beth is saying Seb. She's really happy if Seb wins today. And Suna says when Max is struggling to overtake the Haas pain. Yeah, it really is. As Giovinazzi makes a small error there as well. Hamilton's all over the back of him on the run up towards turn 4. This is where Villeneuve did Hill in 97. No, nowhere near through at the moment. Hamilton can't make a way through. Russell's holding on for 7th place. If today is the day for both Williams to get points, it's a race like this. The craziest race I've ever seen in my life. Martin Brundle.
These races happen.
Yeah.
You know, but I do feel that it's unfair that Hamilton was the only one who took the start.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Everybody should have taken the start.
They shouldn't have all done that.
Your opinion, please, everyone in the group chat. Should everybody have taken the start because they all dived in on the formation lap? Joshua Rose saying, what were Mercedes thinking? I know. Well, the thing is, if everybody had gone into the pit lane, the 5 red lights would have been for nobody. Russell? Russell saying we need to maximise on this. I will undercut as well. Box early to undercut everybody. Let's listen.
Go on. If you need to compromise my race, help Nicky do it. I will box early to avoid the...
And Hamilton dives up the inside. Hamilton dives up the inside to get ahead of Giovinazzi at turn 1 and does so. So that's a great move. Russell to 13th. Russell saying there over the radio, compromise my race to help Latifi. Williams are on for a podium here today.
Can I just say, that's probably one of the nicest things a driver could say.
Yeah, but look at this. Mick Schumacher's under pressure now from Max Verstappen up towards turn 4. Schumacher trying to hold off Verstappen. My goodness, I've not said that in decades. As they're trying to hold through as well. Schumacher really holding on with Verstappen. And we've got further behind Gasly and Hamilton joining the battles as well. And I think the 10-second stop and go penalty for Giovinazzi for speeding in the pit lane. So it looks like both Alphas are going to get done today.
Alpha, what are you doing right now?
Alpha's having a terrible weekend. Look at this though. Vettel closing in 1.4 seconds on Esteban Ocon. Closing up. I can hear that the car has arrived with Mum back home. She's going to walk in, look at the grid and think, what on earth has happened?
Anybody, look, we're on lap 11 of 70. There's a long way to go yet.
Still, I gotta say, from George right now...
Stop-go penalty. It's not a time penalty. It's a stop-go. They've rescinded it, and it's a 10-second stop-go penalty for Giovinazzi. So he's going to come in, serve 10 seconds and go.
Still.
And it's normal grip conditions, which means the track has dried out. The race is on here as Hamilton goes over to try and get ahead of Gasly down towards turn 1. DRS has been enabled. Hamilton looks but can't risk it up the inside.
Lewis will be loving this.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be disappointed that the FIA have let him down. But, you know, he will be loving the challenge.
Let's go to the group chat as well. Josh Plays says as well, yes, they should have gone to the grid. Maybe they should have changed tyres in the red flag period, exactly as you say. And look at this. They're still, though, I'm amazed it's not under investigation by the stewards or that mess. The rules will change now. Suna says the whole week of Red Bull fans. Oh, my goodness, yeah. But I'm just telling you now, they're going to change the procedure now, aren't they? So if a red flag comes up, they can't do it.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, that cannot. They've found a loophole in the regulation.
I think Mum just came in.
Yeah, go on. Over to you, Dad.
Normally, under a red flag, you're allowed to change during the thing. So the question will be whether or not they all should have changed it in the pit lane.
Absolutely, they should have changed it onto the red flag period. And then, pit lane is involving Tsunoda and Sainz. No investigation necessary on an unsafe release. So that's an interesting debacle there.
But we still got the Raikkonen Mazepin incident, which is clearly Raikkonen's team's fault rather than Raikkonen himself.
So they're all still, as Verstappen trying to get through the battle for 10th between Schumacher, Verstappen, Gasly, Hamilton. Oh, and Giovinazzi comes into the pit lane. And that's for Giovinazzi's 10-second penalty. It's coming over my ears. So speeding in the pit lane, and what's his opinion to that? Nothing, I hear. So that's
speeding
okay.
in the pit lane, a 10-second penalty. That's excessive.
That is a bit excessive for speeding. I wonder if it's on the start procedure, though. And Hamilton says this is ridiculous. Who wants to tell him that I think that everybody thinks the situation is ridiculous just like him? Because they should have started this race on those tyres.
Keep calm, Lewis. There's a long way to go. Right.
But Ocon leads, and Vettel can't get up past him. It's going to be a pit stop. Aston have a chance of winning, and Tom Oliphant is okay, by the way, after this morning. Which is great news to see. We're just seeing it now as I'm going to come over here.
Horrible smash in British touring cars in the first race this morning. Side impact on the driver's door.
Yes, it was, and it moved the cars massively as well, which I didn't like. As we're just having to wait up to see what's going to happen with the British touring cars. Let's have Hamilton.
Yeah.
Oh, Hamilton reporting there's just no grip out here.
Yeah, because all the that rain has washed a lot of the rubber off the tarmac.
So it's lap 13 of 70. We've had a red flag period. We're at a crazy start as Hamilton tries desperately to go around the outside of Gasly, still not paying off. Watching only one car start the race is weird, says Souness. Yes. Oh, Hamilton gets a great comeback. Trying to get ahead of Gasly down round the outside. Gasly forcing him wide. Hamilton is experienced to going around the outside here. Forces Gasly round the outside as well. Can't make it stick. So, yeah, Hamilton saying there's no grip out there. The whole rain, as you say, Dad, washed it away, and they're really having to struggle out there. They're really struggling in these conditions.
I've explained it.
Oh, what does she think to that then?
She thought it was dramatic and show her when the race is over.
The start line and the second start, that was just weird.
Yes.
Oh, I tell you what, David the wind is picking up a bit.
It's coming.
Here comes the rain. That's what we've just been heard from Pierre Gasly.
I don't know if they have...
This is 70 laps, I think, of the craziest race I've ever seen in the whole of my life.
Do you know how football has It's Coming Home?
Yeah.
Well, for F1, it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain, yeah. It's gonna rain. And finally, we had a wet start as well. Finally, we're into an interesting race. And tell you what, there's not been one dud this year. Maybe Monaco, but yeah, this is still a great race. Look at that. Verstappen can't get past Mick Schumacher. And Max Verstappen, son of Jos Verstappen, trying to overtake Mick Schumacher, son of Michael Schumacher, while Hamilton tries to get past Pierre Gasly. Down towards turn one. Schumacher defends the inside line. Verstappen tries to go all the way round the outside, and they nearly make contact. They did make contact. Off goes Verstappen onto the rumble strips. He's lost position. Schumacher now putting his car in the middle of the track. Verstappen sending it all the way round the outside, but Mick surely at the corner. They touched. More damage to the side pod of Verstappen as well, and Schumacher tried to hold through, but a great jostle between these two sons of former drivers.
Legacies.
Yeah, Max Verstappen up to 10th and Mick Schumacher down to 11th as Hamilton locks up and goes straight on. Hamilton having problems with grip. That Mercedes cannot follow cars in dirty air.
He's just... Do you know, I think Hamilton was the only one to not run over the only debris.
10-second time penalty for Kimi Räikkönen for an unsafe release. Talk us through it, Megs.
Right, so we can see Verstappen going outside, and it's obviously he had nowhere to go because he went on the inside. Hold on, radio.
Not bad with half a car left, is what Verstappen gets told.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden when they go around this corner here, it's just
How
like
did he not get a puncture? It was actually front wing to tyre.
Yeah, because look, he hit right just before the tyre, and that just managed to save the puncture. Otherwise, they both would have been out, and they might have taken Gasly with them.
And this is Hamilton getting caught up in the dirty air, locking up, going straight on.
Can I just say, I know we're not supposed to mention last week anymore, but, you know, isn't what he did to Schumacher there just the same?
Yes. Megan, what does that say? As we see, 10-second time penalty for Raikkonen, unsafe release.
Yeah. What does what say?
All getting up there as well as Schumacher gets passed by Gasly down in turn 3. So Gasly up to 11th. Schumacher down the order again into 12th place as well. Be ready on that, I'll tell you when, because that's going to come on soon. But still, it's all racing. Can Hamilton now get ahead of Schumacher and put the Haas car back? And now, look, Verstappen's got clean air to go and catch Danny Ricciardo. Hamilton's still struggling down in 13th place. He has the fastest lap, but he won't get the bonus point unless he's inside the top 10.
He will be, though.
I'll tell you what, 8 points between them in the championship. This is exactly what we wanted.
Unless the biggest thing for Lewis is he's got to take these things cleanly and avoid any contact.
No grip out here, man.
Hamilton saying again.
Copy that, Lewis.
Race control, turn 1 incident involving cars 33 Verstappen and car... What is...
I was listening to the radio go out.
And for car 47 Schumacher is under investigation.
Yeah, you just heard the radio again of Lewis Hamilton. We'll play it for you once again.
I just want people...
Got no grip out here, man. Got no grip out here, man.
Got no grip out of here, and here comes... Oh, and into the pit lane comes Raikkonen. Here comes Schumacher versus Hamilton once again. Hamilton on the inside goes to 11th as Raikkonen comes in to serve his pit lane penalty. So that promotes Verstappen into P9. As well as then Raikkonen down, holding for 10 seconds before a change. He goes onto the hard compound tyre quite early.
Lewis now in 11th.
Problem. Front right, not going anywhere. That took a while.
Why is Mazepin still under investigation?
That's a good point, actually. Why is Mazepin under investigation if we found out that it's not, if Raikkonen got that penalty? Maybe it's a graphics glitch. We have those occasionally.
It wasn't his fault.
We do have graphics glitches occasionally as well, as Ocon now leads this race by 1.2 seconds to Sebastian Vettel. Aston Martin can only sense a victory. They can almost eat it with honey for breakfast over the summer break. But Ocon and Alpine are going to go for this hammer and tong. Dad?
Mazepin is still under investigation because he's out of this race, and so... they can't do it. The stewards are busy at the moment. They can't talk to him till after the race.
Good point. They can't talk to him to get his side of the story. So that'll probably stay there for the rest of the race.
So they've enforced a punishment without getting the full story.
Well, it's Silverstone all over again. Turn 1 is involving, as you said, Verstappen and Schumacher. No investigation necessary. Hamilton with the fastest lap of the race now on a 1:23.219. But it's Ricciardo who set the fastest first sector time. And here's Kimi Raikkonen in the pit lane serving his slow stop. So it's 10 seconds, and it was a 7-second stop afterwards as well. So no touching the car for 10 seconds. And then watch the front left from this camera angle, because the wheel gets struggled to go on and off. Why did we go off board there? There you go. Look, it's stuck. The tyre got stuck and something was caught in the brake duct as well. So a little bit of a fire hazard that's been retrieved.
Do you know what I just noticed? How the 2 7s in both F1 and W Series, Kymäläinen.
Where's your point in this?
For F1, Kimi Raikkonen. They've both got Kimi in the name.
They're both Finnish.
Exactly.
That's why Kymäläinen chose that number.
Oh, does she admire him?
Yes. How many Finnish world champions have we had? 2. Häkkinen and Raikkonen. I don't really know what to say, guys. I can't get close to the people. That's
Every time we have some chance, something happens.
That's Raikkonen.
It does make it easier to remember their numbers, though.
Well, let's hear from Lewis Hamilton, actually. He's over the radio now. Somewhere.
It does make it easier.
I don't really know what to say, guys. I can't get close to people.
Very quiet, but you heard that as well as I did. He just can't get close to people. Hamilton's stuck. He's 2.5 seconds behind Verstappen, but 1.3 seconds behind Gasly.
I think it's a wind problem.
Yeah.
I think it's the turbulent air because of the rain that's just been. I think as it gets further away, this rain, I think the crosswind
will move. Yeah.
And then Lewis might be able to just do some of these fantastic moves that he's famous for.
Let's take a look at the battles on the track. We've got Ocon versus Vettel closing up. Latifi, Tsunoda, Sainz and Alonso coming closer together. Then it's Russell, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Gasly, Hamilton. Then a gap to Schumacher and a big gap to the 2 Alfa Romeos of Raikkonen and Giovinazzi. 2 seconds, Megs, because look at this. Vettel's got DRS and Esteban Ocon down towards turn 1. Is he going to make the move? No. Ocon defends the inside line and Vettel was a bit too far at the back. Megan.
I was going to say check on the rain soon because I want to know how far away it is.
Well, we'll hear it soon. And look at this. Beth is now getting really happy that Sebastian Vettel's coming to the party. If Vettel wins this race, he'll be the first driver to win in an Aston Martin.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ocon radio.
Okay, so we're going for plan A plus 5. Plan A plus 5.
Plan A plus 5. So that's the original distance stop plus 5 laps because of the rain we had early on.
So 29.
29, right about that, yeah, for the mediums. As Hamilton is sick. Look at that, though. Big cloud over the back of the track. Look, that's where the rain was blowing from earlier on.
Exactly what I'm saying. Check.
Yeah. And look at the wind as well on the trees behind.
Plan A plus
it's getting
5. Plan A plus 5.
I just keep forgetting that that's on the stream as well. As I see, so 14 cars left. 6 cars were eliminated at the start of this race. And there's Sebastian Vettel, 53 career wins as well. 268 starts, 57 pole positions, 38 fastest laps. He's had a podium this year as well. Podium number 138. Podium 122 came at Azerbaijan.
Do you know, muting Megan's microphone doesn't do any good when he coughs?
Yeah, well, they are labelled here. I keep saying we should swap them over to make it a bit easier. Because it's 1, 2, 3 in the position.
No,
that'd
mean changing the stickers. It's not worth it.
I'm not going to change the stickers. Oh, Hamilton boxes! Hamilton comes into the pit lane. Now, he was running 11th. He's got the grip. Let's take a look.
Are they going to put softs on?
Schumacher, I think, goes ahead. Yeah.
Hard.
Happy with 2 turns for the medium.
That's Ricciardo. Yeah, hard tyres go on.
No more than 2, though.
No more than 2 turns for the medium, says Ricciardo. As Hamilton now leaves the pit lane. He'll lose position only to Mick Schumacher.
He's going to the end.
Yeah.
I think he and Kimi have seen the weather.
Yeah, the weather's coming. 2.4 second stop. There's Raikkonen. There's Giovinazzi coming in. Raikkonen fastest lap.
Radio.
Everything you've got this lap, please, Max. So it's really go time as well because it's going to come in. Raikkonen in an Alfa Romeo with the fastest lap of the race. A 1:23, 1:65. What is this race? It feels like Brazil 2003, Canada 2011 as well. Those type of crazy races where anything can happen in the next half hour.
What's Raikkonen on? He's on the
hards.
He's on the hards, and that's why they've changed Lewis, I bet.
Yeah, because it's the faster tyre to be on at the moment.
He's trying to cut those 10 seconds back.
Oh, this is close. This is so tense and so close and so exactly.
Latifi. Okay, all good. All good on my side.
Latifi saying he's experiencing some oversteer at 10:13, but it's all good now. Latifi running P3 at the moment. Williams on for their first podium in over a decade, since 2014 as well. Less than a decade, or 7 years.
Ricciardo coming in.
Yeah, so Ricciardo pits, as does Verstappen. So 8th and 9th come in as well. Gasly goes up then. The order as George Russell stays in P7.
More hards going on.
Yeah, they're all putting on hard tyres now as well. Yeah, Ricciardo going out on hard tyres, Verstappen on hard tyres as well. And now the question is, look at the tracker. Is Hamilton going to come out ahead of Verstappen? That's crucial. Yes, he is. Hamilton there he is. Hamilton, does he get past Verstappen down towards turn 1? Yes, he does. And can Hamilton also clear Ricciardo?
Oh,
you bet he can. Go on, Stan. Nicely done. Hamilton to the top 10. Ricciardo 11th, still fighting him back. The championship battle is back on. The 2 championship rivals are together on the track. This is epic. And now Verstappen's going to be on the back of Hamilton for 1 point. The top 10 separated by cars that are all on the second page of the Drivers' Championship. I'm not even kidding. Unbelievable. Vettel's 10th. Alonso, Stroll, out of the race. Ocon, Tsunoda, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Schumacher, Latifi. They're all on the second page of the monitor. What a race this is. And Ocon leads by 9/10 of a second, 7/10 of a second. Megan, take us through it.
Okay, I think Lewis sees his chance here, and he knows he can get around the outside of Ricciardo, so he manages to do it, which is difficult to get around the Ninja Honey Badger, let's be fair.
Oh, Russell pits. Russell pit lane. So he'll drop down the order as well. Hamilton's coming through him as well. So Russell now drops down the order outside of the points. This put Verstappen 11th, yeah. So Verstappen up 11 as Vettel hunting down Esteban Ocon.
I feel like I can push this tyre much quicker.
Push.
So that was an old science video. Let's be and box Carlos. So let's be patient, but then it's a box call. The only Ferrari left in the race running P5. Ferrari sent a victory today. Ferrari actually sent getting more points closer to McLaren overall as well. Look at that. They're looking up. One side it's beautiful sunshine. One side it's thunder and lightning.
I think Williams would just be glad to be getting points.
There are only 4 cars in 4 teams that have got 2 cars in the race.
Yeah, and that's Alfa Romeo. They're going on there as well with
Alpine,
Williams, Alpine, and AlphaTauri. The only teams
they
with
all
2
have
cars.
A's.
All A's, yeah, that's going to make the graphics hard.
Apart from Williams.
Sonoda pits, Sonoda down pit lane as well. Hamilton back with the fastest lap of the race on a 1:21.531. Look at the sunshine coming now. And I reckon that was a dummy call from Ferrari to say box now.
Let's be patient, guys. Let's be. And box, Carlos, box.
Yeah, and it has...
Guys, they have a lot of pace. No.
Ah, that's what we didn't hear on the original transmission, look, because Sonoda's a 2.6 second stop. Sainz saying as well, no, don't box me, I've got so much pace, leave me out. It's working. Another fastest lap. This time to Lewis Hamilton as well. Now push. Now you can push, says Carlos Sainz and the engineer as well. Let's go over to the group chat as well at the moment. When you think Russell will get first point for Williams, but the TV has different plans. Seems to be that way. It seems to be coming together as well here for the Hungarian Grand Prix on lap 23.
I don't know about you, but I still feel this is Hamilton or Verstappen's race.
The Hamilton, I don't know.
We're not halfway through the race.
I don't have much faith at the moment.
They're on hard tyres.
Hang on 2 seconds, look at this, Vettel's close. Oh, for God's sake, Mr. Director. Wrong call as the time is squeezed. Here we go, look. Now we're back with it. Ocon made a mistake out of the last corner.
No, come on,
and Vettel was pushing hard as Latifi boxes. Latifi down into the pit lane as well. So where's he going to drop down to? Let's take a look. That's the wrong one. That's the chat. So Russell gets past. Sorry, Gasly goes past. Sonoda goes past. It's a question of when he can get out. But look at this. It's still hammer and tongue between Vettel and Ocon once again here as Gasly goes up into 5th place. Latifi down into 6th as well. All swapping, all changing here in Hungary. Hamilton's on the cusp now in the last corner. He's on the back of Mick Schumacher.
He's going to be able to get out before Mick comes round.
Vettel likes this track. He's won here before. Only once though. Can he get? No, I don't think he has won here. Yes, he has. 2015. So he's won here back in 2015 with Ferrari.
What, both Williams are in the points right now.
Yeah, where were they? Latifi 7th, Russell 10th. So Russell still might get his first point.
Lewis up to 8th.
Sebastian Vettel did not win the Hungarian Grand Prix until he joined Ferrari, and he won in 2015 and in 2017. Can he make it 2021?
I mean, I love Vettel and Nova. I want Esteban's first win.
I know, I kind of want Ocon to win as well.
Realistically, on lap 25 of 70, right, Vettel and Sainz and Ocon know that they are not going to win this race unless something else happens like happened earlier.
Yeah. This is the tense stuff. This is the close ones.
I'm surprised Megan hasn't pointed out that the guy with the talent just behind them is
being patient.
The birthday boy.
I'm being patient.
Fernando Alonso running in 4th and might...
I can't seem to get my hopes too up because every time I do, he goes down.
Alonso might win this race. He won it back in 2003
Don't
with
curse
Renault.
it!
We are racing Hamilton behind.
Latifi being told we're racing Hamilton behind as again DRS this time for Ricciardo who's attacking Russell. DRS for Verstappen who's attacking Ricciardo. Who's attacking Russell. Down in towards turn 1. Not close. Oh, Verstappen actually locks up as well.
Josh plays. It hasn't come on yet.
You've got the BTCC recording for timing for later. Hasn't come on yet, and we're keeping an eye on it here.
Trust me.
With Paul O'Neill's face.
I think it'll start around.
It's about to start actually.
Oh.
So it is about to start. They're about to leave the grid. So we will.
Give me a minute.
We might need to refresh.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. So we'll quickly. It's a 12-lap race. Oh no, we don't. It's fine. It'll be fine. So we will record it for later. So don't worry. Slightly disappointed that's happened actually because I was crossing my fingers and everything that we would get this race over.
Wait, did you turn off my other tabs?
Yes.
Seriously, I was listening to a playlist.
I do apologise, but it would interfere with it.
What now?
No, not now.
No, last night. I never got a chance to listen to the rest of it.
Look on your history, darling. That'll do it for you.
You're lucky I saved it to my watch later.
Lap 26 of 70 at the moment.
I don't understand any of this.
We're only 26 laps in. Unbelievable. And look at that. Look. The sun that was on the start finish straight is gone now, replaced by dark clouds.
Soon as how did Gasly get in front of Tsunoda?
Gasly pitted. No, Gasly hasn't pitted, sorry. Gasly has not stopped.
Yeah, Tsunoda's pitted,
Yeah, Tsunoda pitted and put on the hards. The top 5...
Wait a minute, that's actually a good point. How did Gasly get all the way up?
The top 5 have not pitted. Ocon, Vettel, Sainz, Alonso and Gasly have not pitted yet. Oh!
I never knew.
Yes! The graphic we saw for the F1 sprint has made its way to F1 main race. It's like the gaming graphic.
It means it's forever.
Yeah, it's Ricciardo ahead of Verstappen. I love this from a commentator's point of view because it enables you to see who's ahead without squinting your eyesight.
If only we didn't need to know. If only
you didn't have a driver tracker there that's telling you.
If only there wasn't only one McLaren in the race right now.
Oh, that's a good point. It would have, it would have helped. But yeah,
use it with a Williams, please.
Actually, and the 4 teams that have actually got left in this race, they're coming out to the grid to be ready on that, Megs, for a few seconds, and hit record when it goes green and everything. It's lap 27 of 70 here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Megan will step away for a few moments over there. Let's go to the group chats and see as well. Beth is saying as well. Ian is right. Will it be Max, Lewis, and Alpine podium?
Hope.
Well,
with a certain person that's in the podium that Megan can't say at the moment because she doesn't want to jinx him.
And Hamilton dives to the inside and gets ahead of Latifi for 7th place. So Williams now dropping down. Best chance, though, for Williams to score multiple points this year with Latifi and Russell.
Williams are just glad to get points.
I reckon they could hold off for 7th and maybe even 8th. I think Russell can get ahead of, definitely ahead of Mick Schumacher there. And Tsunoda's going to drop down with Gasly as well. It's filtering out now, isn't it? Into the order we usually see. The only one that's surprising me at the moment is that Verstappen is outside the points, but we've got Hamilton eking into that 8-point advantage.
Esteban has had such a bad few days.
Yeah.
You know, this is like
beyond Megan.
When you're told, keep going, lad, it'll get better. It has up to now got better for him. He's been leading this race since the restart, hasn't he?
Yes, since the second lap after, because only Hamilton took the 5 red lights in what is the strangest, will certainly be memed image I've ever seen. Probably when you arrive and all your mates don't at the pub first, and you just sat there waiting at the bar, that sort of thing.
When you don't want to follow the rest of the crowd.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or when
That's true.
Or everybody is so afraid of Lewis Hamilton taking them off at turn 1, they all don't go to the grid. That sort of thing. When the Verstappen fans will probably go, when you're the high school bully. And nobody... Oh, yeah, you got it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah, we have got the live timing on. I can now switch that off because I don't want to know or see anything about it for the race. So Megan will keep an eye on that. Don't close
I think this orange is affecting you two.
Why?
Why?
For Marshall,
saying things like they didn't want Lewis knocking them off at the first corner.
I thought
it was corner 3.
Oh, fine. But I'm still saying as well when
he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
I still say that, and I've now been supported by none other than Nico Rosberg.
It will be quite funny though to see the memes of this.
Nico said exactly the same as me, in that both of them were to blame because they both could have backed out.
Yeah, they could have. Is it me or is Ocon pulling a lead over Vettel here? It was 5 tenths. Now it's 1.6 seconds. So let's hear from Hamilton actually.
Are we on lap 43 already?
That's laps remaining, Lewis. Laps remaining.
Lewis saying, are we on lap 43? No, it's laps remaining, Lewis.
It may feel like 43, but it's not.
It's lap 29, Lewis. You haven't gone into the Zen mode just yet. Lewis with the fastest lap. He did it on lap 24. A 1:26.09 is that time as he's opened up his DRS to try and close off on the TV. I've never seen that before.
Lewis obviously doesn't look at the lap counter much on his dashboard.
No, he doesn't, does he?
Doesn't need to usually.
I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
Well, to be fair, this is probably the most racing Lewis has done in the last 2 races, and he has done probably in years. Team
Radio Alonso.
The sky is getting black.
Oh, Fernando, baby! Say it again! It's getting dark out there!
Fernando, on Thursday for his birthday, was expecting the team to do something, but what they actually did...
Is getting black. Yeah, nothing on the radar.
Nothing on the radar, but you can see it.
What they actually did for him was surprise him.
I trust my eyes.
They brought him a cake and things like that, and he was yeah. And then they opened a door, and there was his family.
Oh.
They had brought members of his family over as a surprise.
Now that is nice.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And I think I trust Fernando in this, because look at this, Sector 3, it's black. It's getting dark out there. The black clouds circulating. We are not even halfway in this race, can I just point out. It is that type of Grand Prix where anything can happen as Hamilton struggles behind Yuki Tsunoda once again down towards turn 1. Speed trap is open. And I think it's every time I wear these trousers into the commentary box, we get a red flag. Emilia-Romagna stopped, Azerbaijan stopped, Silverstone stopped, Hungary stopped. That's the 4th race this year we've had a red flag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th race this year it's been red flagged.
How would you describe what Josh is wearing? A fashion faux pas? Is that the word?
Probably, yeah. It looks better when it's just a black shirt in these trousers.
Yeah,
but it's the
it
orange.
is
I regret wearing
The orange
green.
isn't for Verstappen.
I
It's
regret
for
wearing green leggings.
it's something that the community in this country, the motorsport community, has asked people to do. That's why I've got orange.
Mike Shields, yeah.
Mike Shield, in memory of the
fallen
lad that
marshal,
died
yes, yeah.
yesterday. The gentleman, believe it was a gentleman.
I think it was, yeah.
In his
Yeah.
60s. I'm in my 60s.
It's horrible when anybody loses their life to motorsport as well. We've had horrific accidents left and right all weekend long, and I'm very happy that so far everyone's walked away today.
Can we have a time check? Is it 3:30?
No, it's 50.
Yeah.
It's 3:15.
You're early. She's eating. Every day at 3:30, you hear clunking down the stairs.
Gasly
and opening the fridge.
Gasly pits. Gasly into the pit lane. So that's the first driver of the top 5 to come into the pit lane since the race restarted. And surely it's for hard tyres. It has to be, and it is. Hard tyres going on as well at the moment as Hamilton passes up into 6th place. So Hamilton moves to 6th as well as Gasly rejoins to 8th. Look at that black cloud now approaching turn 1. Let's go over as well to the group chat quickly. As says, if it wasn't for Daniel, Max would have been so behind. Absolutely. As here comes Hamilton. Oh, up the hill at turn 4. Oh, do not go for a move there on Tsunoda at turn 4.
Back to the group chat. David says, is Megan eating one of my Fox's chocolate crunch
Actually,
creams?
he's the one who gave me 2.
Oh, I see. Doesn't give us anything, is he? Where's our Magnums for post-race? Oh,
There's only one left.
Sky
You can
of-
have it.
I'm a diabetic. I can't have a Magnum.
well, you can't. We can. For anybody watching on Sky Q, customers can watch highlights of the race alongside the live action by pressing the red button. You can also turn off David Croft and just have us on as well on the PLC.
It's preferable.
Yeah. Look at this. Verstappen's now closing out to the back of Ricciardo as soon as says Verstappen's used Danny Ricciardo as like an anchor to close back up. He's been in the toe of them all, and he's closing back up on them all now. So this is really the crunch point now. Lap 32 of 70. We're approaching half distance. The rain's starting to come back here at Budapest, and the battle is on for the title. Verstappen, second to last, needs to get ahead now of everybody.
So which one of these drivers is hungry for a victory, eh?
I don't know, but at the end of it, I hope there's...
Or are you just hungry like Megan?
Well, I don't know who's hungry, but at the end of it, I hope they say it's winner chicken dinner. I can certainly do
I
with
want
one.
chicken.
Oh, yeah, he won this morning.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and got his chicken dinner.
Great. Now I'm hungry and need chicken dinner.
Oh, slide, and Hamilton goes right round the outside of Tsunoda at turn 4. What an absolute barnstormer move from Lewis Hamilton. You saw it in box 2 as Hamilton at the top of the hill, round the outside, just like Villeneuve and Hill in 97. And again, look at this as well. So, as Mick Schumacher's under pressure, as George Russell is so much faster in that Williams over 9th place.
Okay.
It was a good piece of driving by Lewis, but talking about barnstormer, it was a barn door that it was left open by Tsunoda.
Let's take a look at it again once again. So Tsunoda defends the inside line. Hamilton sends it round the outside at a dangerous point in the track. That's a lot of commitment to Tsunoda backing out. Megan, Sainz pits, Alonso third. Sainz, the second driver to come in now to put on hard tyres, as it's now an Alpine 2, so it's an Alpine 1-3. It's Alonso from Vettel. So it's Ocon, Vettel and Alonso. 1, 2, 3.
I'm glad this chair hasn't got wheels on it.
Yeah, you'd be flying
Otherwise,
over
I'd be
here.
facing that way. The amount of hits she's done on the back of it. Do you mind?
Megan, breathe. It's very important to breathe. And I wonder if he can hold on. If that rain comes down, the order might stay the same. Yeah, have a cup of tea, Megan. Just
Do it again and I'll pour your tea away.
Oh, look at this. Ricciardo's under pressure this time from Verstappen. Sorry.
You don't have to pour crunch cream down your throat.
Oh, son, look up. Schumacher looked up. Almost gave Russell an opportunity. And Russell's got a great exit. And Russell going round the outside. Schumacher squeezing him at turn 2. Russell round the outside. Schumacher going to horse him to turn 3. Great move from George Russell. Right round the outside at turn 2. Inside at 3. And defends up the hill to 4. Brilliant from George Russell. Get him in a Mercedes now.
Can I just say that some of the driving Mick Schumacher in that Haas has done today is reminiscent of some of the moves in the early career of his father. Now, I don't often compare them, but he's done some good defending in a car that is absolutely nowhere near as good as the ones that are overtaking him.
Like father, like son. That was a great move.
His positioning, when Lewis was overtaking him, his positioning and the fight he was putting in, look at that and the replay now.
Brilliant.
The positioning is just right.
Well, he saw what his cousin did yesterday.
Yeah, David
David was doing well yesterday, wasn't he, in his race?
You saw that when we were watching the highlights when you were doing me a COVID test as well. Thankfully, it was negative. As Hamilton closing up on Sainz again. So Sainz has stopped. And now look at this big train over from the back of Schumacher for the points-paying positions. Ricciardo next up. Dies up the inside. Big one at turn 1. Schumacher turns in late. Ricciardo tries to force him wide. Schumacher takes a tight inside line. Danny Ricciardo saying, no thank you, not today. Schumacher gets left behind by Ricciardo as now Verstappen tries to send him round the outside of turn 3. Schumacher takes a tight line. Verstappen now it sneaks by without Mick even knowing he was there. And then it's Verstappen to 11th. As now Schumacher under pressure from Raikkonen is joining the party.
I tell you what, Max is really anchoring Danny.
Hamilton radio.
What's our target finish?
So we're fighting for a podium, Lewis. It's going to be hard. I know you can do it.
So you're right.
So the guy has last stop or what?
Copy, we think so.
So yes, but the rain coming down could
That
play
was
it.
too loud that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now not only halfway in the Hungarian Grand Prix, but we are halfway through the 2021 FIA Formula 1 World Championship. A championship so far that has been absolutely fantastic. And the last race before the summer break is going to get even better as the rain clouds have come back to the Budapest Hungaro ring. And it's starting to rain as side by side into the pit lane comes, I think, Mick Schumacher. Yes, Schumacher pits. So it's halfway in the 2021 season. 10.5. Not bad, eh? No, 11.5. Race 11.5 out of 23 races. So this is half distance of the season. It's
also half distance in this race.
Yeah, half distance to the race, half distance to the season. Now we're into the second. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the second half of the Formula 1 season.
Yay!
And quietness comes to the box.
What do you mean?
So,
well,
after all,
Alonso.
these two have been a bit nicky over the last half an hour.
Alonso's third.
Alonso's still third, yeah.
Louder.
Nicky, can I just point out as well,
Louder.
should we all take a zen moment to just recuperate from that first half of the season before we go into the second?
Sure.
34 laps remaining. Second half of not only this race but the season begins now. Who's it going to be into the summer break leading? Is it going to be Vettel? Sorry, is it going to be Verstappen or is it going to be Hamilton? Right now, Hamilton's P5, which means by my calculation, he is the championship leader.
And relax.
Yes, he is. Yeah, 10 points. 11. Hamilton leads the title by 3 points at the moment, by my quick mental math. Verstappen gets into the top 10. It starts to go back and forth once again. And the rain coming here in the second half. And we're now 1 hour, 21 minutes into this race, and we've just passed half distance. Chance of going to 2 hours. Lots. Go say again.
How much you get for fifth?
25, 18, 12... No, 15, 12, 10. Right. Megan, do you want a calculator? No, she's now... Oh, and Vettel pits. 2 points difference, thank you. So Vettel pits...
No, you're right, 3. That's the
Vettel's done quite a long way on those mediums.
Yeah. And it took... Oh, no, slow stop! Slow stop with the rear.
Yay!
And it's an Alpine 1-2. Ocon leads from Alonso P2. And it's Vettel with a slow stop with a rear tyre problem. And Vettel down to third. Ocon leads. Fernando is second. And hang on, yes.
I've just got to tell you, though, there is something in the air tonight, Fernando. I think it's rain.
Maximum push. Alpine stand a chance of winning their first race as Alpine for a 1-2. And Megan is jumping up and down in the commentary box like a madman. I've never seen her do that before.
She has never done that.
Yeah, all right, calm me down.
Since she got sent off at hockey for hitting the opponents.
I have actually hit someone in
If Alonso leads a lap, are you going to be able to stay alive? I take that as a no. Oh, Alpine are getting ready. Oh, God.
You better be.
It's Ocon. Alonso's going to lead.
Not go.
Esteban Ocon, the race leader, comes into the pit lane to put on the hard tyres. Fernando Alonso is going to lead his first lap since returning to Formula 1.
It's his birthday present.
Is it a good stop, though? It needs to be a good stop. Calm down, Megan. It's a good stop from Alpine as well.
Are you going to take a picture of that?
And Fernando Alonso leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. Fernando leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. Unbelievable.
And Megan is ecstatic.
And Vettel's right in the back of Ocon at the exit of the pit lane as well.
You back off, Vettel.
Vettel on Ocon. That's okay. That gives Alonso more time. So Alonso is 5.9 seconds away from the Megan. Sit down and have a relax. My goodness me, this Hungarian Grand Prix is giving us some action. It's going to give us more. Here comes Sebastian Vettel into turn 4. Can't get ahead of Esteban Ocon either. This is getting tense. What a Hungarian Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso, who took his first ever win at this track for Renault in 2003, leads aged 40 in 2021. If he wins this race, my goodness me. Oh, wow.
I think I'll stop screaming.
Megan, your headset is really bad at the moment. Can I just sort it out for you, please? Thank you. There you go.
Do you know, I was thinking at the start of this race, when they were putting up all the little facts about the track and things like that, that for the last 3 or 4 years, they've encouraged chain radio.
Tyres are struggling, man. That's what Lewis just said to Bono. So the tyres coming down. Vettel's on the back of Ocon again, down towards turn 1. Is he going to have an opportunity for an overtaking manoeuvre? No, thinks they're very better against it.
They've asked everybody to come by public transport, haven't they?
Yes, yeah.
Yet there's still more cars and lorries in the car park than there is at Renault in Lyon.
Oh, this is amazing stuff right now. Megan is probably absolutely beside herself at the moment. She's trying to calm down. I wonder who she's texting on the side there. Megan?
The group.
Brendan,
right.
dear
Alonso radio.
Brendan.
Alonso radio.
Not much left on the tyres, I guess. Yep, cover that. Not long now, not long.
So not long left on the
Build
tyres, but Alonso has now led a lap. Alonso, I tell you what, Kellyanne and Jack, who are in London this weekend, are going to see that message and go, what on earth is happening in Formula 1? So Alonso's tyres are pretty much gone. He'll have to come in to change tyres. The question is, can he get out ahead of Lewis Hamilton? That's the big question. Alonso might drop down the order here, but then our attention focuses to Ocon and Vettel. Can Ocon get a win for Alpine on a new 3-year contract that'll see him until the end of 2024? Or can Sebastian Vettel, who said he might not be here at the age of 40, change it?
Alonso pitting.
As long as Alonso is on the podium.
Well, we'll find out. Alonso boxes now. Esteban Ocon retakes the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix from Sebastian Vettel. The question is, let's open up the driver tracker to take a look as well. Alonso's still in the pit lane. Hamilton's gone through, so has Sainz. Alonso, at best, will come out in 6th place. He's got to get out ahead of Yuki Tsunoda and does so. So Alonso comes out in 5th place, but could still fight his way back up into 3rd place.
He better.
Or 4th ahead of Sainz. A podium looking good now for Hamilton. Maybe even race win.
He better fight his way back up to 1st place.
It's getting close. Well, I don't think Alonso will win it.
I don't care. I just want him to get podium.
At least 3rd might be good. Let's hear from Verstappen.
Okay, Max, what's the balance limitation at the moment, please, mate?
There's no limitation, it's just broken. There's on the shelves here.
So everything.
So, Megan, your group chat.
It's ours.
How are Brendan Hartley and Roman Grosjean today?
It's for family group chats, not drivers.
Megan, I've just retweeted it as well on Twitter, and I'll screenshot it for you. But Fernando Alonso leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's currently trending on Twitter.
Can I put it in a frame?
Yeah, I'll print out. This is Gasly going for a move up the inside of Latifi. So Gasly now P7 ahead of Latifi.
Wow.
Great job, Pierre. Nice job again. Race winners, of course, in very strange races. Lap 40 of 70. I've got to do 2 other touring car races at the end of this. How on earth am I going to get through this day? And I've got the Hungarian Esport race later on as well.
I think you're in a stew.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's what you're having for dinner.
Oh, that is dinner time, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I finally get to try dumplings again.
Oh, good. You can stop the recording now, by the way. I can see the checker flags out, but I've got no idea who won the race.
Don't tell him.
Can you at least tell me how long the race was? It should say it round about here.
4 laps.
No. That means it was
12 laps?
No, how long was the race? There we go.
17
minutes 35. Oh, that's perfect. That means it only takes 17 minutes to do the broadcast. That's great news then. That was a quick race. No safety cars either. Seeing Vettel win today would be awesome, especially today for Motorsport Broadcasting. That is correct, because Sebastian Vettel has a helmet of the LGBTQ plus flag,
yes,
the rainbow on his helmet, amid the controversial law that's being passed in Hungary to ban the LGBTQ plus community for under 18s.
Until the death of the...
Sorry! New pit stop record! A 1.8 second stop for Max Verstappen! That beats the 1.93 we had in Azerbaijan. No, we had in Bahrain.
By Red Bull again?
But excuse me, this is Hungary.
Oh, yeah, shouldn't the pit lane be chained? No, I think it's been delayed since to Belgium.
That's it.
But good spot, because surely that should be...
Two seconds.
2 seconds,
at
minimum. Yeah. Oh, Vettel locks up as he tries to pass Ocon.
Yeah, he lock up.
So Vettel locks up down to 1. Ocon scampers away into the distance.
As long as you let Alonso through.
Megan, I don't want to scare you, but Fernando Alonso fastest lap, a 1:20.359, and he's closing on Hamilton. He's closing that gap down. It was 7.7 seconds.
Please close.
It's now 7.2 seconds. 7.1. It's closing. Alonso's closing down Hamilton.
Lewis, nothing against you, though. Kind of just pit.
So Verstappen has gone back onto the mediums. Which
yes, he has. Yeah.
During practice 1, 2, and 3, and qualifying, the mediums were their worst tyre.
Yeah, they struggled a lot. That's when they started on the soft tyres earlier on. Before
Obviously, the answer was to break half the car off.
Yeah, that's it to do it. Take away some of the aero. There's Vettel locking up. Look at turn 1. Small little mistake. Should be okay. The gap now, Mega, between Hamilton and Alonso, 7.0 seconds. He's just taking another 2/10 off in one sector alone.
I need food.
And letting this set is 6.9. Alonso is closing down Hamilton. And it's because Hamilton's stuck behind Sainz. Oh, this is changing so much. Changing the complexion of this race. Megan. Can you mute them? Yes. There we go. Hamilton now with the DRS. Mercedes to Hamilton. Rears are bleep, 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 bleep.
Gone.
So that must mean that the tyres are gone. So Hamilton's got to pit again, which will put Alonso on the back of Sainz. Wow.
I told you he would pit.
Megan saying, told you he would pit. Absolutely. Oh, this race is, I think, one of the best of the season. It may even be the best race I think I've ever commentated on. It has had everything. And to see these winners again, we only get these races really, guys, and it's happening here right in front of us. The Hungarian Grand Prix is an absolute cracker. Compared to the fact that it's been boring the last couple of years, it's come back into its own.
I'm so confused.
Megan's confused. Vettel 1.4 behind, that was Ocon. The gap between Alonso and Hamilton was 7 seconds on the last lap. It's now 6.3. He's taken 7/10 out in 2 sectors.
Yes, but surely Alonso's tyres will do the same as Hamilton.
That was impossible.
Go through that stage of graining
later on in the race,
and then come back in again.
I think Alonso might just get the podium. I can't see why it would be that change around the systems. Let's look at this. Ocon holding back. Oh no, it's 1.1 seconds again.
As much as I want to stay, I need the bathroom.
Okay, we'll see. Well, we leave with a gap of 6.4 seconds. So yeah, Hamilton getting held up so much by Carlos Sainz now as well. It's so close. Could Hamilton win this race? Is that still a possibility?
I don't think that that's what they're planning, but you see, still quite a bit to go. So
He's only 6 seconds behind.
Their target now is a podium.
And yeah, Hamilton's only 6.5 seconds behind Ocon.
I think Sainz and Vettel will be a bit of a struggle for Lewis with what he's saying about his tyres. But if they come back in, yeah, sure.
This is amazing. Oh, deep breath. That 44.70.
Sainz and Vettel's tyres are older than Lewis's, aren't they?
Let's have a look at the driver tracker here. Hamilton's tyres have done 24 laps on the hard tyres. They'll have to stop again. Sainz is on 11 lap hold.
Oh, no, it's the other way round then.
Yeah, so Hamilton, Sainz has been told you're safe to box. So Hamilton's going to have to stop again. He's done 24 laps on these hard tyres. Sainz has done 11. Alonso has done 8. Ocon 7. Alonso's done 4. If it stays dry, Alonso's going to catch them before the end of the race. Okay, Megan's out of the box. I think I can say it without her screaming and jumping up and down.
Lewis.
He's got the second win.
Ah, there you go, Dan.
I told you.
Tyres have got the second wins, yeah.
Because the hards often do this.
Oh, he's locked up at 1. Saying that, he's locked up at 1.
Yeah, but what the hard tyres usually do is they're good for about 5 or 6 laps. Then they start to go off a bit.
Yeah.
Right, as we saw with Alonso's dropping a half a second, then they come back, and now Alonso's got to wait for that bit where they come back.
So Alonso's on 4-lap tyres. So he's good. But I'm going to say this one.
No, I think he's now going into that period where it starts to grain.
Ah, too early. But I'm saying this now when Megan's like, oh, well, look, he's just on the fast lap of the race. Alonso on lap 41, a 1:23.59. And while Megan's out of the box, I'm saying this quietly, Fernando Alonso stands a chance of winning this Hungarian Grand Prix.
He stands a very good chance of a podium.
Yeah, very, very, very good chance, because Sainz going to have to pit again. And we know Hamilton cannot make it to the end. He's done 24 laps on those hard tyres. And surely he can't take any more of it as Vettel hunting down Esteban Ocon once again. Either of these two teams win today, it's going to be fireworks in the pit lane as well. Ocon's never won. Vettel hasn't won since Singapore 2019. And his first ever win was Italy 08, remember? And it's still looking quite quick.
Ocon is still lapping faster than Hamilton and Alonso.
Yeah, last lap time for Ocon was a 1:21.925. Hamilton a 1:22.307. So yeah.
3 seconds.
So say that again, Megan. Say it again.
Alonso's gained 3 seconds.
Yep, Alonso's closing massively. Hamilton's tyres are 24 laps old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sainz's are 11. So Hamilton's tyres are 26 laps old. Sainz's are 13. Vettel's 9. Ocon's 8. Alonso's 6.
And Verstappen is 12th at the moment. And
outside the points.
Yeah, but hasn't he got to stop again?
Verstappen's tyres are 10-lap-old mediums.
Well, he's just anchoring.
He might have to. Yeah, he's going to have to stop again.
Yeah, he's going to have to stop again.
Tell you what, whoever said this is going to be a one-stop race, they were clearly wrong. It's pit stops galore.
Kimi's been saying in interviews all week that it doesn't matter whether you do a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stops here. Everything tends to end up everybody's standing on the same lap.
Yeah, and it's happening again. Look, nobody's a lap down. Everybody's still on the lead lap. We'll take a look at the driver tracker, look, and everyone's still on their leading lap. Where is Ocon? He's now just catching up to Giovinazzi and Schumacher, as you can see through turn 2 and 3. So Ocon's now, 47 laps later, plus a red flag, plus safety car, closing up.
With only 14 cars, there's plenty of room for everyone. And that makes a difference as well, because nobody's tripping over each other.
Yeah, this is amazing racing once again we're seeing. And look at that, Megan Alonso's 0.5 a lap faster again. He's closing that gap down now, 4.082 seconds. It's about to become 3.
Rain?
Rain seems to have blown away again off the track, and we've got the sunshine back again, but it can change on a dime. The track is dried out, which is good news.
I'll check.
If Lewis can get past Sainz, then you know
he's going to sail off after Vettel and Ocon, because the gap. Well, yeah, Hamilton's only 6.3 seconds away from Ocon, and look, Megan 3.8 seconds now for Alonso. He's closing in on Hamilton. Alonso is 9 seconds, 9.97. No, 9.908.
He's closing in on Hamilton
Ocon.
because Hamilton is being held up by Sainz.
Ocon's best ever finish was the 2020 Shakir Grand Prix, the last crazy race in Formula One, where everyone had an unpredictable podium, with it being the two racing points. Oh, Hamilton pits!
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, Hamilton comes into the pit lane. He had
Bye-bye.
to. So Alonso now goes to fourth.
I just glanced over at the screen and it said Lewis in the pit.
So Hamilton comes in and puts on the medium compound.
Mediums again.
He had a brand new set of compound left and he's using it.
Come on, get out before Sonoda does.
So Alonso goes to P4. Is Hamilton going to get out ahead? Oh, Sonoda, no. And is he going to get ahead of Gasly? No. So the two AlphaTauris are now leapfrogged him as they come down towards turn 1. There's Hamilton's pit exit. Where's Sonoda? Well, at the moment, our driver tracker is saying no. There they are.
There they are.
Yeah, further back. Okay,
They're further back. He's got out in front of them.
So the driver tracker was lying. So Hamilton goes to P5, which means Alonso now starts to close upon Carlos Sainz for a podium and maybe even a win, if I say that quite calmly.
So right, in Alonso, how many laps has his tyres done?
8.
So he's okay. Sainz
15 in the worry zone.
In a worry.
Vettel 11. That's it. That's again. And Ocon 10.
Lewis.
Hammer time all the way.
Get your head down. Let's listen.
Okay, Lewis, so head down. It's going to be hammer time all the way.
So head down, hammer time. And Beth saying again a while ago, yes, Haas acquiring itself.
Acquitting itself well today.
Thank you.
Yeah, they seem to have a bit of grip today, which
blue flags.
They don't usually.
Vettel dies on the inside. That was close. Vettel sent an overtaking maneuver on Ocon down towards turn 1 because he had to get ahead of Giovinazzi. So Vettel went for a move, and Ocon got held up so much. Ocon got held up so much by Giovinazzi, Vettel too, that he just went for the move and just couldn't get it through.
And Giovinazzi becomes the first person lapped.
Yep, first lap of the day. And Vettel now right on the back of Ocon, 4 tenths between them. This is it for the lead of the race. Nothing doing with Gasly.
Do you know the number 1 trending is Bottas?
Probably for sitting on the fence.
No, actually, because of a
Let's say from Gasly.
Okay, Pierre, we will swap in turn 1. Driver swap turn 1.
Okay.
So Sonoda's going ahead of Gasly. Gasly's gone ahead of Sonoda. So it's Gasly now to P6. Sonoda's down to 7th in the running order on lap 49 of 70. A long way to go still in this race, and the race is still changing and conforming
Esteban
to
is
different
doing
ones.
such a good job, isn't he?
Oh, massively good job, yeah.
But whatever happens from here, because, I mean, he's going to get caught by one of them. But he's done a really good job, and you've got to get past him, and he's not a slouch.
Down towards turn 1
again. He's quite good at defending. He usually defends by pushing the others off into a wall and following them.
It's getting close down towards there, turn 1 again. Vettel tried to look to the inside, but Ocon was just defending a little bit too tightly as well. Down now into turn 2. Ocon goes defensive. Vettel starting to take fastest line. Hamilton fastest lap. 1:18.715. And let's hear from Lewis, actually.
Where am I? How many cars are you going to make me overtake?
You see?
4 cars to overtake for the win. We can do this. Ocon 25 seconds up the road.
4 cars to over...
8.
What still?
You are P5 at the moment. P5.
Okay, well,
Lewis doesn't know where he is on the track, does he? Yeah, Lewis doesn't know where he is at the moment, does he, on the track? He's P5, 11 seconds away.
Getting on with the job.
Yeah.
And that's what Bono's there for.
17.3 seconds between Hamilton and Ocon, so it is doable at the moment as well for Hamilton to get this race win. It's closing. It's happening again. Brilliant racing here in Hungary.
Bono is always so calm, isn't he?
Verstappen's passed Raikkonen for P11, by the way. So they've moved up a couple of positions. And I'm trying to have a look at the chat here. Vettel and Ocon are now approaching Mick Schumacher. Verstappen is going to be lapped in this race. Verstappen is going to be lapped. Let's listen to it. We heard that already, so we're not going. That's Hamilton's radio. We just heard that. So it's 51:70. There's Ocon. There's Vettel. Where is Sainz? 4 seconds back. There's Alonso going through. Here's Hamilton, 9.5 back as well. All beginning to close down. Let's take a look at the driver tracker. Because we've got Ocon right on the, I think he's actually just lapped Schumacher, hasn't he? Yes, he has. Yeah, so Ocon's lapped Schumacher. As this is Verstappen making a move on the inside and getting ahead now on the track as well.
We're coming up to the last 20 laps, and we always say that the last 15 laps are the most important in a race.
And it's turning into that once again. It's happening once again. You've got that fight. You've got that sort of appearance of a calm race, and then bang, explodes with 15 to go.
Yeah.
Then they have lap Schumacher. Sainz laps Giovinazzi. Alonso going to desperately try and go through at the same time, and does so. That's a bit close, Gio. Get out of the way. Alonso gets a little bit of time there for Sainz. And the gap is 0.6 seconds. Alonso's going to be on Sainz down towards turn 1. Can he find a way through? He have the DRS. Can he negotiate a way through? That's Vettel's radio. Currently, Ocon is holding us up. As Alonso now tries to go ahead down towards turn 1. Looks to the... Oh, he dummied him. He tried to dummy him into 1. Vettel being told that Ocon is now holding you up. Hang on. The gap was 4 tenths. Now it's 1.1. Vettel's made a mistake. Vettel has made a big mistake somewhere. Because now, look, he's dropping 1.3 seconds. Vettel's made a mistake, I think, at turn 4. Where is it? Yeah, turn 4. Vettel's made a mistake at turn 4. I want to see that replay because he was 4 tenths along. Then he dropped back now to 1.3. So Vettel's made a mistake at the top of the hill. Oh, it's tense.
He probably went too wide.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't lost enough time for a slip off the track, has he?
Behind him. I don't think they can last much longer.
Ricardo saying that the rear tyres don't think they can last much longer, so try the undercut to get ahead of Russell. Russell currently P9, Latifi P8. It looks like points are theirs today as well, which is good. So just keep your fingers crossed that this is an underdog day. Megan, last podium, the 2014 Hungarian Grand Prix for Fernando Alonso. And his first win was here. What's that?
Let's hope it's again.
Yeah, it's closing up, isn't it? One of those days.
Likes him.
Hungary what?
Hungary likes him. The race.
Everyone likes Hungary. Oh, this is... Oh, my headphones have gone a bit wobbly there. This is one for the history books. This is definitely going to be one to watch in the championship. Is anyone else having earphone problems?
Slightly.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Hold on.
So my earphones are got a bit dodgy at the moment as Alonso has the attacking zone there on Carlos Sainz. I think they've come back to me. Still, though, trying to find a way through, trying to find a battle. Megan, take it.
Right, so we can see Sainz is trying to catch up, though Alonso's just really, really close to him right now, so that's good. Though
I'm back.
just having to defend soon, and oh, there's something moving on Sainz's car, a bit more than usual. So I think there might be a bit of debris on the track.
Yeah.
What?
So I've got I've got my earphones back now. A little bit of a dodgy. It's probably the power situation as well. Oh, it's coming back to me now. We have had some power issues, but I've got my earphones back now. You all right? Everyone? No. So at the moment, lap 53, Verstappen now closing in on Ricciardo. Verstappen pointless in this Grand Prix, which is what I don't like. The Flying Dutchman stuck behind Ricciardo for most of the race today. And actually, Russell's now close as well. So Russell might drop outside the points as we see desperately now at the moment. This is Vettel trying to pass Ocon. So he's got that 10th of the second back as well. Can Verstappen pass Ricciardo on the hill into turn 4? No. Hamilton laps Mick Schumacher as well. So that changes itself around. Oh, these battles for the title is exactly what we like to see, Megs.
It is. And it's... Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the driver tracker quick. Look at the driver tracker. We've got Russell, Ricciardo and Verstappen right together on the bottom half of the track there, if you can read their names.
Latifi's just happy to be alone.
Where is it? Yeah, he's Latifi, 8th at the moment, struggling. And I think Russell's going to have to box. His tyres are 31 laps old. And he's got to hold on for that one. Although Ricciardo's 32 laps. They have both got to stop again. We heard that they both have to stop again. So that's going to be an interesting one to find out what's going on. Hopefully that fixed itself.
I think it did.
Vote for your driver of the day at f1.com/vote. It did as well.
Good.
And I thought, oh, that's Karun, who's also in the commentary box alongside them as well. And with the red flags today, multiple things, I think it's actually pushed us back a little bit. Let's hear from Sonoda.
Yeah.
Because what's the point of going to all this walk? Dirty air.
Yuki, we see everything, so keep your head down, keep focus.
Yeah, so basically, He was on about, why the bleep am I behind this dirty and everything? Oh, this is it. Raikkonen comes out of the pit lane as Alonso locks up. Hamilton's trying to take over 4th place. Alonso stuck back. Hamilton's going for it on the outside of Alonso. Alonso can't defend into turn 3. Alonso's going to still hold it. Hamilton sends him around the outside and Alonso blocks him. Alonso blocks his former teammate Hamilton. And now up the hill towards turn 4. Hamilton going to try and go around the outside. Alonso knows he's there. Sticks him round the outside. Sticks and stones may break his bones, but right now...
Lovely driving from both of them.
Yeah,
there.
Alonso's making his words on the track.
I like that.
Brilliant. Alonso defending from Hamilton is on fresher tyres. 7 up on mediums. Alonso starting to fall back to Sainz.
Do you know Mick Schumacher follows a fan page of Sebastian Vettel?
Yes, I did.
What
know
a
that,
surprise.
Yeah, I did know that, yes.
There's like showing favouritism.
Vettel's not actually on
Uncle
Twitter.
Seb.
Still.
Mick Schumacher follows Uncle Seb.
Well, a fan page.
And look at this. Verstappen closing in again on Ricciardo. 4 tenths between them. Darren, we've hit that magical 15 laps to go. Anything can happen now. 2 minutes per lap. So anything can happen in the next half hour, basically. Or 1 minute 21 per lap. It's getting close again. Here we go. Is Hamilton going to have a go into turn 1? Alonso? No. Is Verstappen going to have a go at Ricciardo in box 2? No. Decides to go away from it again.
Megan's with her social media is a bit like on BVTCC, the Spice Girls brother, isn't she?
Oh, Paul O'Neill. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You're very like Paul O'Neill today.
Coming out with all your stuff that you're finding out on social media.
Who's Paul?
He's
Touring cars.
He's
Mel C's
brother. And he was
I
a British
see
touring car
people-
champion.
I remember people by their face, not their names.
He's
Well,
on
he was on the banner.
Gogglebox.
He's on the banner at Snetterton.
He's
behind.
on Gogglebox with her.
I didn't pay
Oh, I'm
attention
fine.
to that.
You didn't. Well, you were leading the stream.
Exactly.
Fine. Lap 56 of 70. We're closing up now. 14 to go. Well, 15 including this one. And Hamilton is stuck behind Alonso in that dirty air. It's starting to go down a little bit now, but we need to get it back up for a moment. As we see. Megs, it's getting into a situation at the moment where we're waiting for something to kick off, something to happen. The tyres start to go off. Are you expecting that podium to remain the same?
I'm hoping it does. I really, really hope it does, with the exception of Sainz moving to 4th and
Yeah.
Alonso to 3rd.
Sainz on hold. Hang on, here comes Hamilton. Look, with the DRS open. Can he have a go on Alonso towards turn 1? Megan, keep your bias to yourself. I know where you're going to go with this one. Hamilton sends it round the outside. Can't get through as well.
Come on, Alonso.
Desperately trying to hold him down towards turn 2. Here we go again then. Round the outside goes Hamilton this time. Alonso's surely going to send him wide again. Oh, they're so close to touching. Hamilton had to lock up and order again.
Lovely driving.
Lovely driving indeed. As up the hill we go round the outside to turn 4. Alonso doesn't defend the outside line. That's close. Hamilton backs out of it. Alonso putting that car in the centre of the track. Tell you what, old dog hasn't forgotten any of his tricks, has he? Right on the money. Oh, he got on the dust.
Neither of them have.
Neither of them have, yeah. Right on the money.
How close are they in age?
Hamilton is 36.
No, 35.
35 at the moment, yeah. 36, 85. 1985, I'll put him as 36. And Alonso's 40.
So they're only 4 years
Between
apart.
them, yeah. I was looking at this again. Alonso on the outside and Hamilton skeeping through. Can't do it. That was nice.
That was nice.
Very, very nice indeed as well.
I'm going to stay near here so that can be heard better.
I can just put that on as well on the outside. Still,
No, I can hear better. I've just...
you know. Here we go. Here we go again then. Hamilton trying to go around the outside once again. Hamilton really having attack down the inside towards turn 1. Can't find a way through again, Megan, into that part of the track. 2.4 now is the gap. So as long as Hamilton's stuck behind Alonso, it's closing, as Hamilton does have DRS, but he's lost it now. So that's because now the rest of the lap is without the DRS. He's going to rise it up the hill once again. Megs, what do you think? When's he going to get through? What part of the track would you dive up the inside? Chicane, 6 and 7?
Probably. I don't really want Hamilton to
Yeah.
get through
Well, we
that.
can't hear you, so it doesn't work like that.
I don't really want Hamilton to get through that.
Say again.
Trouble is, Fernando knows how to position his car to actually defend better than most of the field. So that's Lewis's problem at the moment. Once he gets past Alonso, he's got a good chance of winning the race.
Absolutely. Let's hear from Sainz.
Alonso behind, 22-1, still defending guard.
Alonso behind a 22.9, was it, Megs? I can't remember all that well at the moment to think everything, because it's lap 59. Oh, you're not back for the rest of the race? All right, that's Dad gone then. He'll see his Spa, so it's me and Megan for the last 10 laps of the race. So Megs, you may as well stand up for a while.
No.
Oh, fine. Well, here comes Hamilton again, though, and Alonso down towards turn 1. Ian Birch has left the box. He'll be back with us in Spa in 4 weeks' time. Alonso...
Can I close this down?
Yeah. Alonso behind 20. You can measure it down. Alonso behind a 22-1 at the moment as well. That was Carlos Sainz on the radio message. So still closing again. Ocon leads the Hungarian Grand Prix. As Hamilton on the radio again. Let's listen. I need some more power if you've got any. That's the message that Lewis is saying. Lewis desperately over the radio. Give me power, Bono. Give me power. Not working.
Bono just...
What's that old song? It's a choir song, a church song. Give me oil in my lamp, I'll keep burning. That sort of thing. Give me oil, give me oil.
I don't know. We never really talked
Give
to
me
church.
oil in my lamp, keep it burning. That's it. That's what Lewis is basically asking for.
Bono's just like, where do I divert power from?
Divine intervention is unlikely at the moment for Hamilton. He's stuck behind Alonso to hold off for 4th place. Sainz now beginning to get railed in. Sainz now beginning to get railed in by Alonso and Hamilton. Once again, there's the Ferrari. There is Alonso. There is Sainz just behind. It's closing together once again, exactly as we like to see it. And Hamilton just can't get away through as... let's have a look at Vettel closing in again on Ocon. The gap now 1.091 seconds. Hamilton now the next one. Alonso very slow. Hamilton with that DRS trying to go on the outside towards turn 3. Not making a manoeuvre. And Hamilton still struggling up the hill. Can he get a run in towards turn 4? Alonso goes defensive. Hamilton can't get through there either. Oh, it's give and take, isn't it?
It's making me really nervous.
Making you nervous? It's making me nervous. What part of the track are you going to fly off to next? Which part of the track are you going to go, oh, let's go here. No, back off a little bit more. Find a manoeuvre.
We haven't had
position.
any rain. We
No
were
rain.
promised thunderstorms.
Yeah, no rain since lap 1. And to be fair, Megan, it did cause chaos, take 7 cars out of the race and stop the race.
I don't care.
So I think we've had an exciting race. This is certainly a great race. Hamilton radio.
It's all over the place.
Hamilton saying that Alonso is all over the place.
Is it lap 49 now?
It's lap 61, Lewis. 10 laps to go in the Hungarian Grand Prix. And here we go. Verstappen's going to run round the outside of Ricciardo. Down in towards turn 2. Has Verstappen finally got into the top 10? You bet he has. Goes a bit too deep. Ricciardo backs out of it. Max Verstappen goes into P10 and sets off after George Russell. But Russell could still get points today. So Verstappen now into the points. So now it starts to eat away again. The gap in the championship.
So now it's 2-point gap.
2-point gap, yeah. This is it, once again. Let's take a look at it, Megan. Take us through it.
Right, so Max just goes on the outside of him and he can't get through there, so he decides, you know what, I'm going to make an inside move on Danny right now. I've anchored him long enough, and he just managed to get through.
Nice run up the inside. I just want to headsets on. Nice run up the inside as well. Verstappen. Didn't actually hear what Verstappen said there, did you?
I don't think he said anything.
I don't think he said anything either. I didn't hear that.
I think he might have just accidentally pressed it.
Yeah, holding back something or another. Lap 61 of 70. Live Drivers' Championship. Hamilton will lead on 188 points. Verstappen will be on 186. Norris and Bottas hold their positions in 3rd and 4th because they haven't scored any points today.
Yep.
I think that's the only reason they retired Norris, because they knew he'll keep third in the title.
Just like, oh, it's not going to do anything.
No, it stays where it is, doesn't it? And Alonso was defensive out of the last corner at turn 14. Hamilton's on the run now, once again, down towards turn number 1. With the DRS, looks to the inside. Alonso cuts him off, goes defensive. Hamilton gets a good exit as well. Full power, DRS open towards turn number 2. Can he find a way through here? Answer came there, none. Can't do it. What about the exit up the hill? Sainz falling back as Vettel is 8/10 behind Ocon. It's battle on for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Battle in Budapest, Alonso. Oh, he moved very late there, didn't he? But it wasn't a braking zone because you lift at turn 4. He went very defensive.
I'm just getting like really, really panicky about. It's not usual that you see a battle between Alonso and Hamilton.
Yeah, it's a crazy race, and it got crazy on lap 1, didn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy start, crazy Grand Prix. What a way to say bye to Formula 1 for 4 weeks.
We didn't even make it to lap 4 before it.
Red flags. No, lap 3. Lap 3, we had a red flag and the rain was down as well and everything. Then we had another standing start where only Lewis Hamilton was on the grid.
Yeah.
And then all hell broke loose once again. Race control. Turn 1 is involving car 33 in Verstappen and 47 of Schumacher. No investigation necessary. When was that? Was that earlier on in the race?
Was there ever an investigation needed?
That was about 25 minutes ago. Catch up, Stuart. Here goes Hamilton again. Down towards turn 1. Alonso goes defensive. Hamilton sends him around the outside. He'll have the DRS at the exit, though. Alonso gets a poor exit. Hamilton squares up behind him, but drops away with the downforce as well. With the DRS, closes back up. Sends him around the outside. Alonso's going to force him wide once again. Oh, but Hamilton tries to come back. Alonso was safe there as well. Alonso shut the door on him.
Please.
Up towards turn 4. Hamilton to the outside. They touched. Oh, my word, they touched. At over 200 miles an hour, they touched wheels.
Please, Alonso, just pass Sainz for the love of everything.
They touched wheels at over 200 miles an hour.
Just pass Sainz and then Hamilton will be Sainz's problem.
200 miles an hour, and they touched. I know, I saw it. Still going well then. Hamilton going now. It's looking to the inside. Alonso still there. Hamilton turns it to turn 12. And we've got a yellow. Sector 6. What's happened?
Well, if he would stop doing a replay, we would know. Hamilton radio.
You see, you just moved over on me, man.
Guys, you see, he did that, yeah.
We saw that. They did.
And Alonso did move over. They did touch. It was at a very high speed. And it was DRS-enabled zone 2. So wherever the yellow was, it's gone now. Yellow flag gone. Race on again. I don't know who it was for. It was a double yellow at turn 5.
Which means 2.
No, double yellow turn 2. Someone was off for turn 2.
Who was that?
Who's dropped down the order? No one, because the driver track has crashed. So we can't tell you at the moment. Yeah, we can't tell you at the current time. Here goes Hamilton again towards turn 4. No, stays behind Alonso. Didn't want to risk that again, did he? Do you see he just moved over? Yeah, come on, come on.
Have you seen the driver of the day votes?
Driver of the day votes at the moment, Esteban Ocon, followed by Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. Ocon 19, Alonso 17, Hamilton 13. And Ocon, 1.097 seconds ahead currently of Vettel. Ocon started this challenge back in Belgium in 2016. He's going to get his first win.
At that speed is so dangerous, man.
Yes, Lewis, we've heard it. Stop going on about it.
It was Tsunoda who spun and continued at turn 2.
Oh.
So it was Yuki Tsunoda who had a spin, and that's where he's dropped 20 seconds behind.
Has Mazepin spun this weekend?
No. Well, he had a crash, didn't he? But yes, I think... No, I don't think he has. No, you're right. Here we go again then. Hamilton has the DRS down towards turn 1. Alonso looking in his mirrors. Hamilton goes defensive on the outside. Ocon's on the inside. Alonso looks up. Leaves the door open for Hamilton at the exit. They're side by side. And Hamilton goes through. Hamilton having to fourth. Alonso switches back round the outside at turn 2. Can't do anything. So it's Lewis Hamilton to P4. And Alonso down into 5th place. Nothing he can do about that one. Alonso locking out going on.
I just strained a muscle in my leg.
So it's Alonso down to 5th. Talk us through it, Meg.
Right, so disappointingly, Hamilton gets through because of a stupid lock-up.
Wheel-to-wheel stuff. They almost touched down towards turn 3. It was so close once again.
Come on, Fernando. You can get around him again. Come on, please, please.
It is
Let's just get around him.
It is happening again, ladies and gentlemen. more title fights, more acceleration, more power. Everything is coming into its own here in Hungary on lap 65 of 70. As now Hamilton goes for the podium. He's right behind Carlos Sainz once again. Can he find a way through with 5 to go? It's a battle between Ocon and Vettel for the race win, but it's Hamilton on the back of Sainz now towards turn 1. Hamilton has the DRS. Sainz going to defend the inside line with all it's worth. Hamilton, no! Hamilton chooses the outside line, can't get through. And Sainz defends it at the exit. Not going to be this time around, I don't think, because I don't think Hamilton can find a position to go for it. Wonderful bit of racing.
I'm trying to look at the timing screen so I can figure out a way for them to get through, though. I don't know how everything has happened. All I know is that the top 5 could do a pit stop and they wouldn't go out the top 5.
Absolutely unbelievable. And Ocon now 1.44 ahead of Vettel for his first ever Formula 1 win. Is moments away. What a race. It's just gone over 2 hours. This race has now just gone over 2 hours.
That's it?
Red flag came out at this time 2 hours ago.
Jeez.
And I know what you're thinking. We should have had the start of the British Touring Car Championship coming up soon. We're not going to have that. That race is delayed slightly. But as soon as we're off here for Formula 1, we are go, go, go for the British Touring Cars. Don't worry about it.
Why, may I ask, is Kimi on softs?
Oh, Sainz goes wide. Sainz goes wide. Here comes Hamilton. And Sainz blocks him down towards turn 1. Hamilton sends it through. There's a back marker in the way. Sainz trying to hold him around the outside. Switches back to the inside. Level again down towards turn 2.
But it's not over because it's still quite close.
And the DRS now becomes Sainz as he swings around the outside of turn 2.
Oh.
Hamilton's going to have to defend. He pushes Sainz wide. Sainz has the inside.
Ooh.
And Hamilton holds on to 3rd place. Hamilton is onto the podium. Fantastic driving there. Lewis Hamilton goes up into 3rd position.
Do you reckon he'll be able to get
The fans
to
love
first?
it. No, not a chance.
So
10 seconds in 2 laps, no.
Is
Look
this
at that, though.
SPT?
What a defensive move from Sainz, but Hamilton was just having absolutely none of it. And went up the inside. Sainz going further back as well as Alonso
Look
now.
at where Alonso is.
Alonso 5-6 tenths behind Sainz as well. They're closing up on each other as well. They're still happening. Lap 68 of 70 here for this Hungarian Grand Prix. Alonso on the back of Carlos Sainz once again. Can Alonso take 4th position as well? 3 laps to go here in Hungary. And Alonso is closing in once again.
Let's hope he can get around the outside. I mean, I do feel bad for Sainz from the fact that he might lose position to Alonso, though. Good, and that was kind of scary just then. Just seeing that Ferrari come up behind that hill, it kind of reminded me of a shark attack.
Esteban, and Alonso locks at mid-corner. Raikkonen passes Ricciardo. Ricciardo drops down to P12 at the moment now. But Esteban Ocon, the last French winner was last year, Pierre Gasly. Before that, Olivier Panis. French winners in Formula 1 are very there and far between. We're about to have 2 in 2 years, both first-time winners. And Alpine as well, a French team, are about to have a French driver win in Hungary. You can't write it. You cannot write F1 2021. It'll be our 4th winner, our first winner that hasn't been a Red Bull or a Mercedes all year.
I'm just going to get the pen ready.
Coming up with 2 to go. Is there anything Vettel can do to spoil that and deliver Aston Martin
Please
their
don't.
first ever win? But Alpine have never won before. Look at the stats. 9 races, this is their 10th, never had a win. It is a whole new entry. It's not Renault like we thought it would be with just a name change. It's not Renault. It's a whole new entity of Alpine. Alex Thompson is losing her mind right now. The social media manager at Alpine. Tweet along for this race as well. She had a horrible day yesterday with her boyfriend, Jack Aitken, involved in that massive accident in Spa. He's injured, but he's okay. Just a few broken bones. He'll be okay. but she's going to have a great day today as well.
Gasly's in the pit lane.
Gasly pits then. That's P6 gone. So, he's got room to
P6 is already
Tsunoda.
gone.
He's got room to Tsunoda, so you may as well hold off on him. Closing up. Yeah, Gasly goes past Ted in the pit lane. Ocon holding off again. And there's the rain clouds in the distance. We had the rain. We've had a very, very dramatic race here today in Hungary. One of the best ever. Williams are going to score points. Latifi 8th. Russell is 9th. And Verstappen in 10th. Russell is going to score his first ever points for Williams. And Latifi, 2, his first ever points for Williams. Williams are going to get 4 World Championship points. They will go ahead of Alfa Romeo. Yeah, they will go ahead of Alfa Romeo as well. Yeah. As Raikkonen is 11th. And Giovinazzi, where is Giovinazzi?
Last.
Yeah, in 14th. It's the last lap of this amazing Hungarian Grand Prix. And now Fernando Alonso still going to try and make it legendary by getting 4th. Alpine are standing by to run on and get their first ever win. Renault, or Lotus Renault, or Renault's first win since the 2013 Australian Grand Prix. They were Lotus Renault back then. Then they became Renault. Then they became Alpine with a whole new entry into Formula One. Let the floodgates open. This is a track that has delivered many first-time winners. Damon Hill in 1993. 2003, Fernando Alonso. Jenson Button, 2006. Heikki Kovalainen in 2008. And now, in 2021, France has a new winner. France has a team winner. Esteban Ocon wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Fantastic! What a result! Esteban Ocon is a Grand Prix winner. He brilliantly wins here in Hungary. Sebastian Vettel is 2nd for Aston Martin. Lewis Hamilton is 3rd. Sainz 4th. Alonso 5th. But Esteban Ocon is a Grand Prix winner. Alpine are winners in their first season in Formula One. Rejoice! The racing gods gave us the best race ever.
Yeah, Esteban grew up with not much money, to be honest, and his parents basically did a hell of a lot for him to be able to get to this, so he must be ecstatic right now that he's made them this proud.
A new winner! Let's hear from him.
Yes, guys.
Well done, mate. You just won the Hungarian Grand Prix. Well done, mate.
Alpine are race winners. Esteban Ocon is a race winner. He has not only led this race, but he has dominated this race. Pierre Gasly and Nicholas Latifi crosses in line in 8th, and George Russell is 9th. Williams have points in Formula One for the first time in a long, long time. Latifi gets 2. Russell gets 1. They have 3 points in the Constructors' Championship. They move ahead of Alfa Romeo.
You can see them both congratulating each other.
Oh, brilliant. What a day. You have to savour these days because, trust me, they do not come around often.
The Alpines just congratulating each other.
A good news story for Formula One.
Well done, Sebastian. P2.
Oh man, I tried the whole race. Man, following is so difficult, we're faster. Oh. Sorry guys.
Of course,
What a race. Alpine, we did it. Esteban wins. And and Thruxton is throwing it down at the moment. From Josh Plays has just sent us that message as well. What a race.
Should have raced there.
I cannot believe it. Alpine coming in unison. What's Alex Thompson said? She said anything whilst leading the race. She has put on And look at that. Sebastian Vettel stops and gets out of the car.
Oh, look at his
Why has he
tyres.
done this?
I think his tyres are gone.
Has he run out of fuel?
I think.
Has he pushed that hard? He's run out of fuel. Oh, Russell stopped to the exit as well. Russell stopped to the exit. But look at that. George Russell has 2 World Championship points.
Wow.
He has points for the first time with Williams.
Wait, that means that Williams now...
4 points. 4 points.
Williams are now 8th in the championship.
Let's have Falcon.
No. Yeah, 8th.
Okay, reminder to drink, please. That was awesome. That, yeah.
Allez Alpine, allez les bleus. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And Esteban Ocon is now going down the start-finish straight, presumably, hopefully, to do donuts, because he's missed the entrance to the pit lane.
He's just like, okay, I don't care about the pit lane right now.
Oh, what a race! What a beautiful, beautiful race to go into the summer break. I cannot believe it. To quote Murray, I've got to stop. I've got a lump in my throat.
If you look at all their tyres, it's just dilapidated right now, and Sebastian's getting
I've got no water left.
a lift
No.
right now.
Sebastian's going into the porta potty to celebrate.
You've got 0 water left.
I've got no water left. Esteban Ocon Esteban Ocon throws off the headrest there on the start-finish straight. I tell you, it's a crazy day. Nobody's parked in the right place.
No.
He's going to have to run up the pit lane.
Yet again, only Lewis is parked right.
It's the oddest engine cover since the 1970s. It caught everyone's attention in pre-season testing. And look at this. Ocon wins.
May I just say, Lewis is the only
Oh,
one
God.
to park up there.
We've got the driver finishing in first and second, who have missed the pit lane and are now running in opposite directions. It's like a love story. We've got we've got Ocon running up the pit lane, we've got Vettel running down the pit lane. And
We're going to jump into each other's arms.
And just like at the second start, the only driver in Parc Fermé is Lewis Hamilton.
He must be like, are you guys not telling me something today?
Lewis is the only one to follow the rules.
Just like Lewis is just like, seriously, again? Are you planning this?
Well, to be fair, Esteban Ocon started this race in the pit lane, so it's only right he finishes it on the track. He should have started on the track and finished in the pit lane. He started in the pit lane and finished on the track. So yeah, look at this.
I do opposites today.
Big bear hugs. Now going on for the Alpine team. Charles Leclerc there as well. I think to congratulate his old friend as well. And Sebastian's now finally run in to Parc Fermé to get a fist bump and congratulations from Pierre Gasly. Formula One has delivered us with a fantastic race to go into the summer break. Oh my word. What's the championship standing now? Hamilton got 15 points. Verstappen got 1. So 8 minus 7.
8 minus 7.
Yeah.
1.
Hamilton leads the title by 1 point.
Hold on. Let me work this out.
Well, you can just walk to the other side of the box, but all right. Well, there you go. We've turned on the radio mic, so there you go.
Okay, so Hamilton got 15 points, right?
Yes.
Did he get fastest lap?
No, Gasly.
Ooh, clever. So 15 points plus his 1 right now. That is.
Well, Verstappen will be on.
Hold on.
Verstappen's on 200, right?
Wait.
No.
No. Hold on. Wait. Just give me time to think.
I'm trying to get this mic. There you go. You can talk now.
Hamilton is on 192, whereas Verstappen is on 183. No, 86? Yeah.
Yes,
So
186.
that's a difference of 6 points.
6 points between them.
I think, yeah.
Thank you, Megan. You can come over here now. So, there we go. Fernando Alonso is in Parc Fermé, cheering on and clapping Esteban Ocon. And
Driver of the day, Fernando Alonso, 28%.
Sorry, say that again.
Of the vote.
Say that again.
Fernando Alonso's driver of the day.
28% of the vote.
Yeah.
Nice. Big bear hugs all the way around now as well. And we've got the British touring cars after this. Well, not me, you. Not you, me. Yeah, me.
I was wondering about that, not you. I was like, I'm not doing it.
I hope this doesn't take long because I'm worried actually we're going to miss the third race of the day. Because I don't know what the schedule is now.
If
Because
not, it could be a Monday race.
Yeah, might have to be. Or both races slightly delayed. Look at this big beer hug zone. And Alonso picks up Esteban Ocon, swings him around. Alpine first and fifth. Mighty good points today.
I feel like the Alpine drivers get along really, really, really well.
Oh, they do.
I swear I saw just like a name for them the other day. I also saw that for the Aston Martins.
Well, the great news is, I think the British Touring cars are running about an hour delayed.
That's good.
So that's perfect. Thank you very much. At the moment, so we'll slip it in. Thank you to all 251 people who have been watching today in today's race. We've delivered you a crazy one, as all the drivers get weighed in as well. And next up, 4 weeks break. Then it's the Belgium Grand Prix at Spa. Belgium deliver us with always some great races as well. I can't wait for that one. Hungary is usually a boring race.
And there's a crack down the centre of that thing.
Oh, yeah, I can see there's a bit of a crack there. I thought they would have glossed that over, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, that's a nice touch. The face mask for Sebastian Vettel is the rainbow flag as well. That's absolutely brilliant touch there as well. Sebastian's on the podium, P2. Big cheer from the guys behind as well. Not bad at all. And he's saying he felt like he was a little bit faster. But Esteban didn't do a single mistake throughout the race as well. Big one at the start, though. Vettel went on the grass, as you can see, just getting out of the way. Ocon got lucky as well. They all jumped up the order.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about that start. What happened? I mean, it's so long ago. 2 hours and 17 minutes since the lights went out.
I'm not exactly sure.
It's been one of those days, hasn't it? Where you just can't work out.
All I truly know is the fact
Bottas
that
aquaplanes,
locked up because of the wet track.
Yeah.
And it was like torpedoed into
Norris.
Norris subsequently nearly hit Hamilton, though
Did hit
Verstappen.
Bottas hit Perez.
Yeah.
And then
Perez forced off the track Vettel.
Yeah. No.
No, he forced him off the track because Vettel had to avoid him.
And then think about it as well, because Leclerc hit the back of... Who did Leclerc hit?
Stroll.
Stroll hit Leclerc. Leclerc hit Norris. No, Ricardo.
Ricardo, yeah.
Yeah. And Norris already had his suspension out and floor damage anyway.
And then Mazepin couldn't come out of the pit lane because of Kimi.
Yeah, hit the front there. And then that was at the restart.
So that's why all the drivers were
So
out.
this race had two starts, both crazy and unique. And the second start, the only race in history where one car started on the grid.
Yeah.
One car.
Has Lewis dyed his hair slightly?
Looks like he's a bit blonde now as well, yeah. We've seen a 6-car start at Indianapolis. We've never seen a 1-car start. You'll never see that again, by the way, folks. 2 different starts. One in the pit lane. It happened in MotoGP. Do you remember MotoGP back 2014, 2015, when everyone came into the pit lane and only 6 bikes took the start and everyone else ran out of pit lane? I remember
that.
Russell could have led the race today and won the race, but he was told to get the position back. That wasn't fair. Russell could have won, but he got points.
Fair, no. Though I've got to say, I do like what Russell did today. What he said on the radio. How it's just like, I don't care if you compromise my race, just get
Latifi up there. Yeah, and he did.
Latifi up.
And they both ended up with points. And 2 points. What? Hang on a minute. How many is? So Latifi finished 8th. That's what? 4 points. And Russell second in 4, 6. Yeah, 6. 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. No, I don't know.
It's now Haas that's in the last place.
I think Williams might actually have 6 points. I'm trying to work this out as we go. But yeah, I think they have 6 points, which is a massive throw up there, isn't it? To change it.
Now Haas are the losing team. So that's a good confidence boost for Williams, actually.
So, hang on a minute. We've got wrong graphics here. So, Latifi was 8th. He's got 4 points. Russell's got 2. Williams have 6 points. Williams has 6 points. Now look at this. In the constructors, that puts them 8th ahead of Alpha by 4 points.
Well, let's just see if I've updated my notes. I have updated my notes.
Yeah, so that's how it works. So now,
let's look at the Drivers' Championship now, shall we?
Well, that would put Hamilton leading By 2 points.
Latifi
1 point, sorry, yeah.
is now in 15th position.
Yeah.
And
Tsunoda did score points today. He was
in
P17.
16th is Russell.
Yeah, but Tsunoda did score some points today.
I know.
Oh, let's hear it from Esteban Ocon.
What a moment, what a moment. Feels so good. Feels so good, you know, it's the first victory, obviously, since the Renault Group came back into Formula One. You know, we had some difficult moments this season that we overcame together with the team. We came back to a fantastic pace in Silverstone. And, you know, victory today, what can I say? I mean, it's fantastic. So, you know, congrats to Fernando as well, because I think the win is also thanks to him with the fights that he did. So, yeah, I mean, it's teamwork, all that, and I think it's been a fantastic day.
Yeah, and you were under an immense amount of pressure from Sebastian there, and you dealt with that absolutely beautifully. But this win, with the way the team have worked so hard for you, the support that you've got, what few words have you got for them?
Well, just a big thank you, you know, for the trust that everyone is putting in me. You know, in difficult moments when you are out of Q1, when you are P17, you don't know where you are exactly. And the team kept a big trust, and, you know, we are back where we belong, so that's fantastic. But yeah, Sebastian, was mega quick the whole race, put me a big pressure. But yeah, we managed to hold him off, so that was a great effort.
And it was lovely seeing Fernando actually wait here for you to come back.
Ocon.
What's it been like working with Fernando?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome to work with Fernando. I mean, since the beginning of the year, you know, we are forming a real shock duo, I would say. You know, we are working together, we are pushing the team, you know, to try and improve and get, you know, closer to the pack in front. You know, everyone told me a lot of things about Fernando before I came, but, you know, everything's wrong. So I can tell you he's a fantastic guy inside working, and I'm really enjoying the collaboration we have together.
So tonight, it's going to be a bit of a big night for you, big celebration. Of course, mum and dad as well. You know, they put a lot of effort into your career.
I'm going to interrupt because we've got the Drivers' Championship. Hamilton leads on 192 points. Verstappen on 186. Norris on 113. Bottas 108. Perez 104. All three of them non-scorers. Leclerc on 80, the same as Sainz. Ricciardo 50. Vettel 48. Gasly on 48 now. Ocon on 39. Alonso 36. Stroll 18. Tsunoda 16. Latifi 4. 2 for Russell, 1 for Raikkonen, 1 for Giovinazzi. Still no points on the board for now. Only Haas of Latifi and Mazepin.
I tell you what.
Fastest lap of the race, 118.394 was Gasly's on the soft tyres at the end of the race. Raikkonen tried but couldn't.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
It's certainly going to be interesting from.
Oh, you're right.
Also, I was right. My mental math is good. I still have it.
Very good mental maths there, Megs, as well, to keep up.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to figure out when my results day is.
Okay. Fernando Alonso, driver of the day, and very, very well deserved. Not bad for an old guy, Fernando's up there. Rosanna Tennant said, let's go through the race result then here. It's in front of you as well. Your race winner is Esteban Ocon. After 70 grueling laps as well, he led 68 of them. Sebastian Vettel is in second place as well. Lewis Hamilton finishing in third. Fourth for Carlos Sainz. Fernando Alonso fifth. Pierre Gasly is sixth. Yuki Tsunoda seventh. Nicholas Latifi in eighth. And George Russell going into ninth place, scoring Williams' first points of the weekend. Max Verstappen finishes his race in 10th after a difficult day once again with damage on the opening lap. He rounds out the points. Last four finishers, Kimi Raikkonen 11th, Danny Ricciardo 12th, Mick Schumacher 13th, and Antonio Giovinazzi in 14th. Drivers out of the race on the opening lap, Nikita Mazepin, Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Charles Leclerc, and Valtteri Bottas, all taking an exit route. And now onto the podium. In third place, it's Lewis Hamilton as well, taking his 173rd career podium in Formula One. Not bad either at all, actually, for Lewis. Sebastian Vettel gets his second of the year after being second in Azerbaijan. It's podium number 123 for him. And Esteban Ocon, podium number 2 of his Formula One career. After 78 races, it's his first ever Grand Prix win. Esteban Ocon, wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, and we will hear the French national anthem for Alpine and Ocon.
That must be quite good because now we
Wraps
don't
up the
have to
podium
pay
quicker.
twice.
Yeah, and it wraps up the podium quicker as well.
It does, and obviously we have to talk over this, so I'm really impressed.
I'm so happy. Ocon's going to have that on the podium as well. What a race. I have enjoyed this one so much. Yay, double points and not even a single. Yep, great racing all day.
Williams must be ecstatic.
British Touring Cars follows this immediately as well. We're going to get the graphics sorted for you and deliver that 17-minute race ASAP. And then we'll have the third and final race of the day live coming up straight after as well. Touring Cars had a couple of red flags today in their support packages and the main race, so that's running about an hour behind.
What are they doing with Fernando's car in the background?
But Alonso getting the cheers, as is Esteban Ocon, and rightly so. And what a race.
I just saw them
Trebian.
wheeling Fernando's car out.
Is Trebian well done? Trebian?
Very good.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, Trebian. And he gets the famous pot here. It's made not of normal trophy. It's actually made of clay. It's made of clay. It's very heavy. It's very expensive. Esteban Ocon,
gonna drop it.
his first trophy, hopefully of many, gets it fantastic. The Constructors' Trophy, a beautiful steel trophy as well to hang up back at Enstone. Second for Sebastian Vettel, he gets a smaller pot as well. And he's got a couple of them on the mantelpiece. Lewis Hamilton gets the third smallest as well for a job well done. Started on pole, dropped back to last, back up into third. Difficult race for the championship leader today. And now, you're going to like this as well. The champagne. Not bad at all, is it? And if I am correct, there's something I can do. I can't. I think I can actually. I'm not too sure actually. Yes, I can. Because I recently discovered this on the YouTube free chat, which means we can play it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's champagne time! I found it that you can use it in the YouTube stream on their free site, so I thought, why not? Throw it in! It's champagne time here at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Esteban Ocon brilliantly wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is second, and Lewis Hamilton goes into third place. We've had a fantastic race. Formula One now goes into its summer hibernation with the championship lead going to Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen will fight back as well. Megan, your driver of the day, please.
Esteban Ocon.
I thought it would be. Formula One returns in 3 weeks' time. Join us later for the British Touring Car Championship as well. And, of course, for the Grand Prix review. And go on to Twitch, BBB Esports later on as well for a fantastic esport battle. Your podium, Lewis Hamilton is third, Sebastian Vettel is second, and Lewis Hamilton is third, Sebastian Vettel second, Esteban Ocon is your Grand Prix winner. It's been a long day. Tristan in there in the comments as well. We'll go over to him quickly as well, which I hope we can very, very quickly go over to him as well, because he's in the comments section. It's only right too. Tristan Campbell, Bottas proving that he is the second best on the grid, takes out Lewis's big three competitors. Yeah. Do you know, I've just realised something.
What?
I said in the Grid Network preview yesterday, watch out for Bottas to be a kamikaze pilot into turn 1 tomorrow. Bang! Did I get that right?
You really did.
I didn't get the winner right. I said Lewis Hamilton would win. I didn't expect
He
Ocon.
even kamikazes into Lando.
Yeah. So I said, watch out for Valtteri Bottas to do a kamikaze movement. And I got it right. Joe, Adam, Kobe, I'll be there later. My thanks to you all at home for watching. Join us in 3 weeks' time when Formula 1 returns. But it's good night because we're now off for a summer hibernation. Bye for now.